This is so exciting.
I know. I can't believe I'm just hanging with the boys right now.
Yeah, dude.
I thought you were getting a beer.
Oh, shit.
Damn, dude, that shit gets me every time. I love that intro. Welcome back to another episode of BillsAholic This is a little bit of a different episode, man, because, you normally to the left of me, I got a guy like Travis. I do still have that guy like Travis, but look at that shot. There's a pretty handsome guy there. That's Jack. That's my boy, Jack.
Nice to meet you guys.
And then we got my boy Ben here to the right of me.
What's up?
That's my boy, man. Yeah, we're gonna break down the game that we probably don't want to talk about. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna get into next week, and we're just gonna. I don't know. Maybe argue. Who knows?
Talk football.
I would say maybe
I came here planning to
talk
argue.
I would say
about
there
it,
there might be some arguing going on.
You
I was
lead the
telling
way,
Travis.
and we'll just see where it goes, I guess, right?
That's Hey man. I was telling Travis on the way up. I thought there was a chance that there could be some debating going on tonight.
There's gonna be debating.
Oh,
There's
100%
got to be
will.
debating. There's got to be
It's
debating.
half of what work is. It's just arguing about.
Travis seems like from what I've watched. I've tuned into every single one because I'm a real fan. I'm a real friend of Chris.
Right.
Jack, not a real fan. I called in last week. Jack's not a real fan.
Okay, I didn't know you could call him.
Well,
It kind of got caught us off guard.
It
Yeah.
did. It did catch us off guard. I was confused. The backstory was I thought it was my other
Ben,
buddy.
which
Ben.
I understand. That's actually
I-
you know Ben longer. it's
But
fine.
guess what?
To be on the podcast.
Guess what?
Oh,
I don't think he really tunes in that often.
No, he
Oh,
I
doesn't.
don't think he really tunes in that
There you
often.
go.
So
so you're not boys.
no, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah,
I love the guy. No, but fellas, this is not how I wanted to have you guys on. Coming off a loss. This is not how I envisioned it.
Sports science guy's going to hell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got more to say after that game.
Y-
I'll tell you that. I have a lot to say.
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
if it
no,
was a
I mean-
boring, but I will say this. So I forget who was telling us. Obviously, I don't know if I forget if you brought it up or not. We know each other from work. We're work friends.
Oh yeah.
I forget somebody at work. Travis, I'll fill you in. Was bringing up like we're gonna smoke the Jaguars. I was saying I'm like there's no shot in hell that we do that because the Jags were in London for 2 weeks, completely
Right.
adjusted, jet lag gone, everything, and we have to fly. And
Well, apparently it was an experience by Roger
it
Goodell.
was, yeah. And then that
Yeah, did
comes
you guys
out.
see that? I saw that when that came out. I mean, it doesn't
We're
even
just the
make sense.
scapegoats.
Yeah. If you're gonna do that,
happens
like
then?
it has to, like in the MLB, you have the robo umps and whatever going on in the minor leagues.
Right.
And I feel like you either have to do that for the NFL, like get an affiliate like the XFL or something, or you do that in preseason. But you can't do it regular season, especially for two teams that before the season starts, you expect them to contend for playoff spots.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I
Because
agree.
everyone knew the Jags were going to be good, especially after that, the Chargers playoff game. And then,
Right. And I don't even
Good
think that's a real football field. Isn't it a soccer field?
Yeah, no, it's Tottenham
I
Hotspur.
would say.
They put fake
No,
turf on it or
But
whatever.
it was like I don't know if you saw the transformation video of it, but it
I
was like
didn't.
I didn't
turf
see it.
that was under the grass.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
there's
So
an
what, lift it up?
there was an unnamed Bills player that said we flew all the way to London just to play on cement.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just isn't it like rollover grass,
yeah,
fake turf.
It's kind of like how a lot of players have complained about MetLife. How whenever there's not a football or sports game going on there, that there's always concerts. So
Yeah.
they're rolling like stages over it, and the turf's matted down, slippery, hard, because all the rubber pellets that you usually see in turf and stuff gone.
They don't fly up when
Yeah.
you make
so
that.
it's matted down, and that's what's causing all these injuries. Just one, it's slippery, but then if your toe gets stuck and stuff like that, then there goes an ACL, there goes an
Right.
Achilles.
Right.
And if that turf in London or whatever is sitting there under the grass for the soccer players, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that was brutal.
We
Well,
heard it.
I was hoping that they'd be playing on grass. I mean, obviously after the week before,
Yeah.
you knew they weren't. But like the problem is the Premier League season's going on at the same
Oh,
exact
Jack's a
time.
soccer.
That's
Okay,
why
well,
this is
I don't want to
perfect.
get into.
That's why this is perfect.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
perfect.
Here we go.
We're on the
This guy
we're on the
knows.
real
No.
football here.
Yeah.
fan.
I need that European
What was he-
perspective here.
What was he
like,
telling us the other day? He's like, "Oh, and Arsenal's
Well,
playing."
I know,
I'm
he's
who
like-
cares about Arsenal?
Ben, you got to
It was
realize
the biggest game.
you got to realize he had me so excited, right? Like, cause he's sitting here like he's like, maybe we should watch the game together, and then after that we can watch the Arsenal game. And I was like, bro, it is Sunday. I just got done working the whole week.
Yeah,
you know damn well at 1 o'clock I'm not watching. I'm sorry, I can't get down with soccer like that.
They won 1-0.
But I respect it.
They won 1-0.
Let the people know how big of a win that was, like you told me.
Podcast, dude.
I'm not even gonna get into it.
Yeah,
It was
let's
a big
not-
one.
let's not talk
It
about
was a
that.
big one.
It was a big win.
It was a-
You
All
get
right.
it off your chest.
I was gonna say
It was-
we got plenty of time. Let the people know.
As a
Let the
guy that
people
owns
know.
a building's a big soccer guy, so you got the pass.
We have a lot of Americans that, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds.
Is he a soccer guy?
He owns
Big
Wrexham
Mint
or
Mobile
something.
guy too.
Yeah.
Mint Mobile. You ever see those YouTube ads?
Oh, I have.
Yeah,
I have.
big Mint Mobile guy.
But I mean, hey, back to the important topic to
Yeah.
us, on the other side of the pond, our side of the pond. No, that game was brutal. I don't even. I can see why like the Bills. I feel like they kind of got the short end of the stick with the whole
Feel like
the time zone thing.
Yeah.
But what I really want to dive into is the thing that has been honestly like the loss is one thing, but to lose a guy like Matt Milano and then Daquan Jones is another. That right there.
So here's
Come
the
on,
thing. It's sometimes when a player tears their pec. Milano, I'm assuming, is done. They haven't talked about his ACL yet.
No.
If it's but it's
No
a
ACL
fraction-
damage.
No. Oh, they said
is
that.
that
Is that
confirmed?
official?
I
Did you
saw
just-
that.
But
Did you
no
just
other
break some
ligament
ribs?
damage.
It was just fractured. He
It was
needs
just a leg fracture?
surgery.
So you.
It was
I
just
did-
a leg
Oh,
fracture?
okay, well then that's.
So then that's the season, right?
Uh,
But
I heard there's a
possible.
I heard
No,
there's
Doc.
possibility for playoffs, but I don't.
No way, dude. Like Jamison Crowder last year broke his ankle and needed.
It's the
surgery
Bills
on it.
organization.
well,
They don't.
To
they
be
don't. do
honest
that.
with you too, like when Trey White first came back from his ACL, he played horrible.
He was terrible.
So if I would rather have Matt Milano,
Well,
you know what I mean.
But
I don't
also,
know.
this isn't an ACL; it's a broken leg.
it is.
So that's a little. But also, you got to think.
They went in to
too-
go. They went in to go see if he had ACL damage. I don't think he had any.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, he's.
It's a
gonna be
tough
out for
loss.
while.
No, it's a
He's-
it's a
yeah,
tough
he's gonna be
loss.
Is
out
this
for
the
a
same
while.
leg he broke the first time?
That's what I was wondering, and that's what I was gonna ask you. I
'Cause
figured
this wasn't. But his last one was like a freak. Both actually were freak. This is a complete freak accident, dude. His leg got caught up in a pile, and of course, Bill's luck over the last honestly over the last 2 seasons since the start of last season, we've had the
And it
worst
always-
luck.
well, I was just about to say.
It always happens on our defense
I was
too.
just about to say this guy, he's got a jersey on of a guy that had the short end of the stick last year.
Playing well so far this year.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hey, but it's brutal. Like I felt like the Bills just could not catch a break. It was like every other player was like, somebody's gonna be down, but it was like, who the hell is gonna be down? Like it was like you were guessing, dude.
It
Because
was
like
a miserable morning.
it was not a good way to start the morning. I envisioned that day going. So I told my other buddy Ben. I told him I was like, you know what? It's gonna be a good day. We're gonna watch the Bills game. We're gonna watch the 1 o'clock, the 4 o'clock, the Sunday. That didn't happen.
You can verify. I was saying all week last week I had a bad feeling about this game. I was 100% saying that.
The Jags always give us a hard time.
Well, yeah,
Dude,
that
that's-
and on top of the whole flying to London thing, that was my main.
Add on to it.
I just
yeah.
On Friday.
I was
Yeah.
just I just don't.
Yeah.
I really
Didn't
don't
even talk
think.
about
There's
that.
a lot of different decisions. Like for one, the scheduling things. It is what it is. But you knew that before the season started that you would have that game then. So my question is, why didn't they leave earlier? Like even leaving on Thursday.
Well,
and I understand you
So
want to
this
be with your
brings us back
family.
to sports
Tank,
science guy.
Tank, I gotta ask you because I mean your wife she works for the Bills, right? So what they left Wednesday
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
we
like that,
wanna
right?
get the
She
schedule
left
fired.
Wednesday, and she was still having a tough time adjusting to the time difference. So
And
imagine going there Friday, got to play a football
Ex-
game Sunday.
that's why that's the perfect person to ask, bro. Because Wednesday, dude, that's a whole extra 48 hours, and she's not even acclimated. Like, what makes you think Josh Allen, Stephon? That offense clearly the Jaguars weren't giving them that hard of a time. I just feel like it was just a mess. It was just a mess because like you've seen the last couple of drives, the Bills, they could have probably easily had they had their shit together done that pretty much the whole entire game. But can we talk about one thing? I wish I'd have pulled up the clip to put it up there. That Gabe Davis grab.
Oh my
That
god.
shit was nasty. That shit was nasty.
He always has a few of those a year, though.
He's good for it.
Yeah,
He's also
Been
good
playing
for.
a lot better this year.
He
though.
is. He's also good for like that third down drop.
See,
he had,
last
too.
year I
Pisses me
think
off.
everyone was hyped up on him from the playoff game.
4
where he went for, like,
TDs.
what, 220, 4 TDs or whatever.
Playoff
And I
record.
remember like coming into the fantasy season, everyone was
Wanted
thinking
him?
he was like a second or third round pick, and I was trying to tell everyone like he's not that guy yet. But I think this year we're kind of starting to see him not blossom, because I mean he already kind of had his breakout,
Right.
but you know what
He
I mean.
had to have been pissed when he saw like all the mock drafts of like Bills taking Zay Flowers round one
Right.
or like,
Yeah.
you know.
And I still,
mean,
dude, I have a feeling like if Zay Flowers had he been there, I think he might.
100%.
I was gonna say he's got to be the guy, right? Like had he been
Gotta
there.
be.
especially after what because he can play slot too. He's a smaller guy.
I like Zay Flowers, man.
Yeah.
I like Zay Flowers.
He is my draft crush.
And then not to mention too, we're talking about those big injuries though, and then now Kincaid's in
Yeah, throw that
concussion
out there.
protocol.
Yeah. Well,
And
Knox
then-
might not even play.
and
Wrist
then Knox-
wrist injury.
Yeah, all of a sudden Scott Chandler should be.
Playing tight end for
Yeah.
the Bills. Scott Chandler.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
I mean, we already signed Josh Norman. I mean,
Yeah,
how much
what
harder can
the-
we
Can
get?
Yeah.
How long? I was about to say that right there. I think I've been walking around work the whole time, and I think I said this last night when we were watching Monday Night Football. I was like, "Oh, the Bills, they found their answer to their problems." Again, Josh fucking Norman.
Yeah,
I
Derrick
mean,
Henry ruined
What was that
for me
cornerback before a few
personally.
weeks ago
I
that we
can't see him
signed?
in a Bills uniform
I
ever
will
again.
never.
Bro,
forget
that
when I
cornerback
saw
we
that
drafted.
stiff arm.
No.
I
We
know
signed-
exactly which one you're talking about because you texted me and you were like, "Oh, look, we signed this cornerback," and you were like, "I guess the Bills couldn't wait." Man.
Herb.
Oh, Herb Miller.
Herb Miller.
He's on the practice squad. He's
Herb
learning,
Miller.
He's learning from.
He's
the
learning
guy.
from Josh Norman
I
now.
was about to say. I'm just saying, like Josh Norman when he was 32 didn't really do that well for the Bills. They're like, yo, 3 years later, he's 35 now. Didn't even know he was still in the league. I thought maybe he was on a podcast doing something like doing what like Richard Sherman does. No, he's back on the Bills practice squad. That's absurd. I think that's
I
absurd,
could have sworn I saw him on FS1 like a month ago.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And here we are. Here we are.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Point we're
I
at this
actually,
season.
just because I'll just say this, I walked up to Joe Schmeck and told him, I was like, yo, guess the Bills they found their guy, bro. And he's like, what? I was like, yep,
You got his hopes up.
they signed Josh Norman.
Here's the crazy thing though too. You got to think we only got like 2 weeks until the trade deadline already.
Yeah.
It's October 31st.
October 31st.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Okay.
an interesting one.
All right,
Like
that's
Because not only the
I
Bills are
s-
going through injuries, the whole rest of the league are
Why?
dropping like
yeah,
flies.
but I don't think a lot of like. There's no way. I don't know.
You don't think a bunch of teams are gonna be buyers?
No, I think there will be, but
I think
don't
every
there's
year a
gonna
bunch
be
of
a-
teams
Oh,
are buyers.
geez.
but
I
they
think
shouldn't
this.
be,
I
you know
think
what
this
mean?
year means more.
I know this is a segment. I think that's what you're.
dude.
about
This
to
is
say.
so
Yeah,
badass that
yeah.
you did this. You just like super cleanly got us into our next segment that I want to do. I fucking love it, dude.
Well, now it's not clean because you mentioned that I got it there. Clean.
Well, bro,
You gotta-
I have to acknowledge it because I really truly didn't think that it was just gonna go that smoothly into it. But he brought it up. We're 2 weeks away from the trade deadline, and we got to talk about it. I mean, are the Bills gonna be buyers at the deadline? They have to be, right? They have to get something.
Yes.
They have to get
See,
something.
no.
All right, cornerback. Are we really trusting the two young linebackers in the middle of the field?
I don't know.
Yes.
Terrell Bernard
Terrell
looks good.
Bernard. Terrell
Terrell
Bernard.
Bernard looks good.
I'm not
Terrell
gonna
Bernard.
lie. I think you linebacker.
You're gonna keep it in house.
Yeah,
I think you have to.
I think here's the thing is, I don't know why they benched Dorian Williams second half on Sunday, but he did not look that bad. He had those two batted passes.
I thought he looked decent.
I was.
I thought it was Tremaine Evans.
Yeah, I was saying that you're.
Besides, well,
Better.
Yeah.
no, just the hair.
Hey, I just have to mention it.
It does make me happy seeing what Bears fans are like tweeting about Tremaine after all the money they gave him. Did you see that?
No,
on
I
Thursday?
haven't.
Like a bunch of Bears fans tweeting like Tremaine Edmonds make a play, and some guy from Buffalo quotes and be like, "Oh man."
Yo, do you down there at the end? Do you want to feel good about yourself right now?
What?
I just got a text. John Preddy loves your jacket. He
Oh,
loves
dude,
your
thanks.
jacket.
Yeah, that's my Marv jacket.
He loves it.
It's my
I
Marv
want to acknowledge that real quick because I think it's fire too. That was just a text that I just received.
Someone calling.
Oh, is that a?
I didn't even know that phone worked.
Answer. Who is this?
Hello.
Oh, you get some mic. I'll get the mic.
It might be Spectrum. Or you got a caller. On the Emerge hotline.
You're calling into the BillsAholic pod. Oh, they hung up.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
That's a
Surprised
real.
that
That
phone
just
works.
got me really.
I didn't even know that phone worked. I thought that was for
kinda
decoration.
cool.
I thought that was a bit for a second.
Was that-
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah, I
That wasn't
thought-
planned.
Not at all.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, dude. Welcome to
Sometimes
the
people call in.
welcome to the BillsAholic Pod. We don't know the I don't know the phone number to get onto that phone, but if somebody
I
figures it
thought
out,
maybe like in the live stream you like pinned a comment or something like that. I didn't know what was going on.
We're getting there. But
that's close. But that
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was.
some shows promote them at Emerge. Personally, I don't because for that same reason, I don't want to ring live on there. But yeah, sometimes Spectrum will call, random people will call.
Yeah, that didn't seem like Spectrum, but it sounded like when I picked up the phone, I do want it to be known the other person on the other line made it sound like I called them. Like they were like, "Hello."
And keep in mind too, that phone's from like the 80s, so
That's a
very,
sick.
very vintage.
That's a
Probably couldn't
sick
understand what
phone
they
though.
were saying, no.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Anywho,
But
Yeah.
jacket's nice. Back to the trade deadline.
Love your jacket.
We're sitting here. I'm gonna agree. That was pretty fucking good. I have to agree with Ben. I do think the Bills stay in the house on the linebacker thing. But there's a guy that I think we've all been talking about it. I think everybody knows who we're interested in here, and maybe I'm wrong. But a guy that I think I really want the Bills to go out and grab. Give me a guy like Pat Surtain.
Get him.
God.
Give me a guy like Pat
I had
Surtain.
a weird feeling you were gonna.
He's
say
on his
that.
rookie contract.
They will. What
2 years left on the rookie
what
deal, and then
on
the fifth-year
earth
option.
would we have to give up to get
Probably.
Pat Surtain?
The Broncos.
Yeah, let's just get
Have they
Tariq.
First
Hill
off-
and
said they'd be
Sauce
open to
Gardner,
trading
too.
him?
First off, the Broncos apparently the other day they said like everyone has a price. Almost everyone has a price.
I say that about my fantasy
They're
team
gonna
after
ask
every week.
for so much for him. Like probably.
I'd say take a shot. Is Brandon Bean really serious this year?
Let's go win a.
No, that's a fact. But
let's go win a
also,
Super Bowl.
I would say more. I think we should try and go get Harrison Phillips back from the Vikings,
Alright.
who are 1-4, and I feel like it's a bigger deal to get D-line help.
I
'Cause we rolled without White last year, and to be honest, I really didn't.
All right, let
find
me
any
get your
issue
let me
with
get
it.
No,
your
I
opinion.
think, I think he helps, but I don't think like how much further could he have elevated us than what we were. You know what I mean? Like
Who?
Harrison
Trey
Phillips.
White. No,
the
Trey
big-
White being there last.
the big.
year.
the
He
big-
started turning
Also,
to his.
Here's another thing I was saying this too, is our defense is meant to help our corners, so
Yeah.
we don't need great
Corners.
corners. We
And-
play cover two
That's a
almost all.
Alright,
the
so
time.
you have
So
two
now
high
that you said
safeties
that,
all
now
the
that you
time.
said that,
Yeah.
let me mention to you what I said to Chris last week. What about bringing in a familiar guy like Levi Wallace again?
I
You
wouldn't
could plug and
mind.
play
I-
that.
no,
you could
I-
plug and play that.
You
Yeah.
could.
What's the Steelers' record right now?
I think they're 3-2. I was gonna say. See, I don't think they're.
Yeah?
Think they're 3-2. They beat the
These two
Ravens.
Can't be well, it's Mike Tomlin though. You know he ain't having a losing season. no matter
Never.
That's
Never
true.
in his career.
I thought they were down right now.
Yeah.
No, they.
like it was the talk.
I would say it.
Yep.
They did. They walked it off. Well, not walked it off, but they did score a late touchdown against the Ravens.
We know Bean and McDermott, they love familiar faces.
I don't know if you guys saw the video, and I again wish I had it. When Matt Canada watched them score that touchdown, he just looked absolutely miserable.
When you saw
And then some. When George Pickens caught the game-winning touchdown,
No, I didn't see
so
it.
I did. It
apparently
was-
Kenny Pickett
Yeah.
audibled that play call because he said he'd seen the Ravens run that same defense at some point throughout the game. He knew if he'd had that one-on-one with George Pickens on the sideline, and so he audibled into it. Great move by what's supposed to be your franchise quarterback, right?
Wow.
Apparently, in Matt Canada's eyes,
Such an anti-Kenny Pickett move right there. You know, like
I'm not.
guy's done nothing his entire career. All of
I'm
a
not
sudden,
a-
it was
I'm not a
his
big Kenny-
decision to
I'm not a big Kenny Pickett guy.
Who
freaking
is,
hate Kenny
dude?
I'm not a big
Who
Kenny
is
Pickett
it?
guy.
Pickett.
But
yeah,
I thought
determined-
I thought that
going
was,
off that call last week. Yeah.
I thought that was a solid move, and Matt Canada thought otherwise. Did not celebrate when everybody
needs
else
to
in the
go- he
box
needs
they
to
had the
go.
camera on. Remember, like they had the camera. Remember, like that Ken Dorsey, like when he was slamming the thing. They had the same
Yeah.
view for
They,
He just
Matt
they
wasn't
Canada.
scored
happy.
like a massive touchdown.
Jack, his face was like yours right
he
now.
was sitting there.
Really?
Like, he was sitting there like this.
On a game-winning touchdown.
Dude, I just think he doesn't. That's a guy that doesn't want to win, man. I don't know why.
Or he's just pissed because it wasn't his play call.
I was gonna
Audible
say some
his
guys
play
just
and they scored
demand
off
like
of it.
control of the game, and
Probably.
I guarantee you after the game, like the next practice, Pickett heard about it from Canada. You know
Probably
what I mean?
something.
Like,
What are you gonna hear about that? Hey,
It's like,
coach, I
oh,
won the
man.
game. Screw you.
One out.
Wasn't my play call.
It's just like
Yeah.
you ever see the video of when they're all walking into the locker room after
Chris Boswell?
Yeah, one of the wins, and Chris Boswell. He's like, it wasn't because of you. Have you ever seen that video? When Matt
No.
Canada, he's walking in.
It's a couple years
I
ago.
feel like I haven't seen
You know
it.
what I'm
What
talking
talking
So like
about.
so
What's
like
going on?
the whole entire Steelers.
Well, it happened a
team's
couple of years ago, but they just like
It's
redid
just
the
like
vi-
resurfaced.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like resurfaced.
because
And-
probably the way Matt Canada's being right now.
Right, I was gonna say like the whole entire team's walking into their locker room after
a
a
win.
and like Matt Canada daps up like one of the offensive linemen or something, one of the other coaches, and Chris Boswell's like 2 players behind him, and he's like, "Well, it wasn't because of you."
He said something
So-
else too.
Yeah. Now we don't know if that was completely directed towards Matt Canada, but I got a feeling that probably was. I mean, nobody.
Coming from the kicker, ouch.
Hey. No, he doesn't. But that's a solid. It is coming from the kicker, but that's a solid kicker.
Oh, I know.
It's not talked down on him. But Travis, last week we did our weekly pick'ems. We got a couple of things we need to talk about right here. We did our weekly pick'ems again. You got me. It looked promising. I came out.
I'll just follow my picks.
Can't do that. Can't do that. The people at home don't. That's not.
You know what else the people are waiting for?
We know what the people are waiting for.
Yeah, what are they waiting for? They're waiting for you to eat those suicide wings.
That'll happen.
Where are they at?
It'll happen.
What was that, a Batman?
Yeah, wait,
So
what?
so there was a stipulation.
You guys
There's a
didn't hear about
stipulation.
that? He
No, I
lost.
didn't.
So there's a stipulation the
He's
other
not,
week.
he's not a man of his word.
No, I am.
Never has been.
I'm not afraid.
From where? Duff's?
We're,
Not from
no,
Barbell.
barbell.
They're big barbell. I mean, who is?
We're big barbell guys.
Yeah.
This podcast is completely just-
Cajun honey butter barbecue.
this podcast supports
Go-to wing.
Barbell to
I'm
the
not
to the
gonna lie,
end.
dude. I am.
Whoa, what are you about to say here?
Elmo's is
Oh,
good.
So
have you had Elmo's yet?
Well, the one time they got brought into work, I had like 2 of Joe Ayala's wings.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That
That's about it.
that's not really a hot take. That's I like that take.
Well, last season we tried getting Elmo's, and they were booked. Like we
And I-
couldn't.
and I tried getting
So
Elmo's.
that was my one and only time trying to get Elmo's.
I would say I tried getting
Never
Elmo's
tried 'em yet.
maybe 2 weeks ago, and the girl on the phone was like, "Yeah, your wait time's about 2 hours." And I was like, "I get out of work in 20 minutes, like 30 minutes. There's no way I'm waiting 2 hours."
I got to go there for lunch one day because I mean we're right by it. But
We are right by it. But this podcast is if Barbell ever gives us a remote shot at a little sponsorship there, I'd take
They
it.
got 3 restaurants now that are.
Where's the third one at?
They just opened up in Rochester.
Rochester,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Branching out.
probably tastes like shit.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a little. Amen. Amen. No, but you got me again. I've not shook your hand on that stipulation to wear the opposing team's jersey to the stadium. I just don't know if I can go through and do that.
We won't have to. We don't have to do that. We just pick something else. But it has to be after you eat those wings.
And it's gonna be after. I think let's set a time right now, like a day that we got to do this. That I'll eat these wings. I got availability tomorrow. Look, I'm stepping up as early as tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I got availability.
We go to
Saturday
we go to
night.
the Sabres game on Thursday, so Thursday's a no. Saturday. What do I got going on Saturday?
No, you probably got something
See
going
them
on.
tomorrow.
I just need video proof.
Get out of the way. Yeah.
No,
it'll-
we'll
it'll
go
be-
live.
It'll
It'll
be
be live.
it's
We'll go
gotta
live.
It'll be live. It'll be live.
We'll go live on Bills.
And it's just one suicide
BillsAholic.
wing?
No, it's 20.
No, it's 20. So it was originally 10 suicidal wings.
we doubled. And we tied. We doubled it.
Dude, there's
we
no way.
we tied.
He's not gonna eat 20.
I
We had to double down. We had to do something.
Eating
you do
20
that-
wings is hard enough, though.
Yeah.
But then
Dude.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We had to double.
Yeah,
We had to
dude.
double.
20 suicide wings?
We had to double
You
down.
think I'm looking forward to that?
I don't know why
I don't
you
think
ever
it's-
agreed to that. Your insides
I
are.
know.
you're-
I know, dude. Maybe we shouldn't, dude. I got work the next day, bro.
No, that's.
I gotta do it.
What?
I'm doing it. I already told him. I'm doing
can't
it.
believe that.
No.
So
You wanna do it on the
Well,
weekend?
it's
You wanna
not
do it on the
gonna happen.
weekends?
He's not eating. He's not
have you
getting
ever
past
seen
8.
people of people trying to eat.
I'll
like,
say-
those
yeah, we could
death
probably do it
wings,
Saturday.
Okay.
And stuff like that. And
You
they
ever-
can't
well-
even breathe. It's
well,
like the cinnamon challenge.
It's that.
The
What's
cinnamon
that guy on
challenge,
YouTube?
dude.
If you
like
guys
the
want to
hot
come,
wings
if you
guy
guys
who-
if you guys want to come on Saturday, we'll be there on Saturday.
Okay.
I have to watch it.
I'll
if
come
he's,
to
if he's
witness
gonna,
a breakdown.
I
It's right near
over
my house.
under.
If,
I would
if it's
say-
at Barbell, right near my, I
That's
live
when we
in
go to.
Clarence, right there.
That's when we go to.
That's.
I don't think
Straight
you
up
get
transit.
past 12
Yeah.
though. Like I don't see you.
Are you setting the line at 12 and a half?
I think it.
12
Dude,
and a
I might-
half.
Or we're
I'm
setting the line
at
at 11?
2.
I was thinking.
Two.
I was
So
thinking.
line-
You're
the
not
line-
getting through 2. How
Are-
do you handle hot food?
Not
How
that
do
way.
He
you
doesn't.
handle
He
hot
doesn't.
food? You don't
He doesn't.
handle.
So let me ask you this
You're
question:
not-
Is the line
I
set at?
just don't understand.
Is the
how-
The
line-
highest wing he goes to is medium.
Is the line set at? Is the line set at 1.5?
Here you go.
I was gonna say 8.5 was
No,
my line.
no, I would
personally.
say an over/under line might be 2 or 3.5.
So when you order your medium wings, how many do you eat with just the medium wings? Let's start there.
And do you
This
feel
is-
like they're
This
hot?
is what's gonna sound bad. Is
He doesn't
I
like
can't
mild.
I can't even tell you the last time. No, mild, dude.
You can't tell us
Mild's
the
a
last time
disgrace.
you finished the
I
single
ca-
order of wings.
I can't tell you the last time I ordered medium wings.
He likes
I can-
barbecue.
No, dude,
Bro,
from
you're
there.
fucked.
I am.
Oh,
I
from
am.
barbell,
I'm
from
fully-
barbell.
Oh,
But
so
I've never
you
gotten a
get-
hot
you
wing
get-
No,
from
no, no,
barbell.
no, no,
Also,
no.
there has
You
to
get
be
the
like
Cajun?
a blue cheese
I get the Cajun.
stipulation
Okay, so the
too, 'cause
Cajuns-
you can't
the
just block
Cajuns-
it. You know what I mean? You can't
That's,
just block it all
that,
on
it's
blue
funny you
cheese.
say that.
Well,
That's actually be our
Cajuns
next
hotter than the
stipulation if we
medium,
tie it
I
again.
feel like.
Yeah?
You can only get like
Okay.
two. You can only get like a dab of blue
I've
cheese
never
like
gotten-
once
I've-
every 2 wings.
Well, because if you're
Yet
eating
again,
the
it's not
suicide
suicide.
wing,
See, now I'm taking a step up.
You're gonna ask
I-
for like,
I've-
hey, can I get some milk with that or something? Yeah.
You think?
Have you ever
You
seen
think he's gonna have to?
Mall Cop?
You think he's gonna
You
have
ever
to?
seen Mall
I have
Cop?
seen Mall
You're gonna be
Cop.
like Paul Bart when he's
Oh,
in the
brother.
restaurant down in the lemonade after.
oh,
forget-
I forget what
Yeah.
happens, but I know the exact scene.
he
you're
can't
talking
even
about, yeah.
breathe and stuff. That's gonna be you after one suicide.
You think there's gonna be a waiver?
So
a waiver? I don't
For
know. But
20?
do you
Yeah,
even
no,
think
no, no.
I don't even think they would like allow you to buy 20 suicide wings.
If they all right, so
They'd be like, "What are you doing?"
if they,
Really?
you gotta explain to them. You gotta show them BillsAholic Pod. First, you gotta tell them to subscribe.
That's number one.
And that's number one.
it's got to be where we start. Man.
But yeah, you got subscribe first, and then you gotta be like, yeah, we did this challenge. I lost because I suck at weekly pick'ems.
I just don't-
I got no ground. It's not like I can say like, oh, dude, like the
I'm gonna-
record set. He's 46-19, and I'm 37 and
Wait, so
26.
is it
I mean,
every week?
It's not gonna be a new stipulation. Well,
no,
it will.
no, there'll be another stipulation.
There'll
We're
be
not,
another
we're not setting something every week.
Not every week though.
It's just
So then, what
Like, we
made
could-
this week?
Yeah, I
just
don't
be
understand,
Like,
like, why was-
whoever
Well,
loses-
he- no.
Because he didn't do his yet.
No, so he set so about. I mean, week 2, he was like, okay, this week let's put a little twist to it. Whoever has the better record doesn't have to eat suicide wings, and whoever does has.
Then we tied.
yeah,
we
but
end
I
up
feel like
tying.
I feel like this is a season long thing for 20. I mean, dude.
It's too
No,
late.
because
It's
too
too
late.
late.
The first stipulation was 10, but
Yeah.
then they tied that week, so they decided to double down. Travis won, Chris lost. So
So it's too late.
I'll tell you the games we even split on too. Packers,
he knows.
Packers, and
So now
Shit.
he's like.
Oh, he's fumbling.
Now I
You got
wish-
pressure,
now we
but-
just
Who-
wish
who-
he
who
didn't
the-
get it.
who did the
He couldn't handle
Packers?
the pressure.
Huh?
Who did
Are you talking about like 4 weeks ago
How
now?
many weeks ago? Yeah.
I mean,
like 2 weeks ago.
We're going on week 6 here.
this
Week
is
6. So it's like
Travis.
3 weeks ago.
God, week
Travis.
6 already.
We only split on three games.
Travis.
Yeah, we got to get to the pick'ems eventually.
We're gonna.
Thanks, Frank.
Well, I want to make a pick. You
We're
know,
gonna.
I see a game on the board. I might have a hot take.
We'll that's what we're kind of leaning into here, but no, that's coming this. this
It'll
week.
come.
Fantasy
It'll
talk.
come.
We gonna talk about.
No, that's coming up.
Oh, okay.
coming up.
Oh, we got all.
We-
this
we-
segment.
Dude,
We
don't
picked,
you
we,
worry.
pick, we picked up a
Don't
big
you
win
worry.
this
If-
week.
I was gonna say, if you don't think a guy like me and Travis want to have a talk about fantasy, we are.
We're number 1 seed now.
So the studio's called Emerge. We have our own fantasy league.
No way, dude. It's merch.
No way, yeah, dude.
Oh my god, I couldn't tell.
But bro, we're on a 4-game win streak. We're on top, baby. We're on top.
Who do you
So
have
that-
on your team?
I'll tell you guys our team.
Sorry,
it's a
if
young-
If this skips a segment, then we can.
No,
do
this
it.
is
You're good. You're good.
There's not a script or anything like that or an order we follow. We just kind of got bullet points.
So we went young. All right.
What kind of league is this?
This
It's
is
a redraft. That's a bunch of podcasts. All their co-hosts team up under their podcast.
Yeah.
Can't just have this.
The winner gets
Yeah,
this
my
trophy
God.
on their side. Just for bragging.
And right now it's looking good because we're first seed. It's looking good.
Can I see that?
Don't.
Then the winner
Hey, be
gets their
Can I-
podcast logo sticker right on the front.
Can I hold it? Yeah, let me-
Is
careful
that, is
there.
I
that
just wanna
dope?
see the-
Be
I-
careful with that.
I just want to see.
as
the
a Bills
date, though.
fan, that probably feels pretty good to hold.
I've never done it. No. You want it? No.
I mean,
I'm a clutch.
You put that thing back on the table before we break it.
Drop it now.
Don't drop
I
it.
feel like that's got to be bad luck what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Well, no, it's bad luck saying, "Hey, we're on top now."
I knocked
Yeah,
down. I
hey,
knocked down wood. I knocked down
Three-quarters of
wood.
The season.
I knocked down wood. It's all good.
Doesn't
All right, you guys want to hear our team or what?
Let 'em beat themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
I got to talk about my fantasy week too.
All right, so you know our quarterback had to be Josh Allen.
Monster week. Well,
Yeah.
Had to be. It's a given.
Bills.
Running back 1, Tony Pollard.
Okay.
Got Gus Edwards. Jettas. We gotta replace
Yeah,
that soon.
that'll suck.
That'll suck.
I'm on IR. IR. They put him on IR already.
Well,
Put
what
him in
round
IR
did you
spot.
draft? That had to be round 3 you drafted Josh.
It was like
round 2, round 3.
It was like round.
Because Pollard had to go probably round 2.
The only
They're trash.
Because Jettis is round 1, I'm assuming.
You said the table.
I think it went like we went Justin Jefferson first overall.
You had to.
We had the
rolled-
first overall pick.
We
You
rolled
had
back.
to.
We rolled back. We got Tony Pollard, and then somebody drafted a quarterback right before us, I think.
Mhm.
And then we were like, okay,
Josh was sitting there.
Josh wasn't gonna fall back to us again at the quarterback. We just were worried, and we're like, you know, we're a Bills podcast. It just fits for us. Yeah, that just fits for us to have.
We can't
him.
skip over Josh.
So we had to get Josh.
All right, Jacoby Myers,
It's been pretty good.
George
Yeah.
Kittle. After
Hey,
that other night,
That was
3
my pick.
receptions, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
fuck Dallas Cowboys.
That was pretty cool.
You see what? And you guys heard what Micah Parsons said about like it wasn't personal before, but we can make it personal.
Oh yeah.
And then Debo fired back at Micah Parsons too.
Here's the thing: the Niners own the Cowboys. Like every time they play them, it's not even close.
Debo pretty much told Micah. He said, because Micah said we'll see you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then Debo said, you don't want to see us in the playoffs. We'll beat you even more.
Probably.
That's what Debo's fired back was. All right, we got Pacheco, Adam Thielen.
Love the way Pacheco runs the ball.
He
dude.
dude, he
He's
runs
so mad.
He runs the ball like the ground like talked
Yeah.
about his mom or something.
Yeah.
I love it. He runs so pissed off. He
He does, dude.
Yeah, I know.
He's,
Yeah,
he's
he's-
entertaining.
yeah.
I hate to say it because he's a Chief, but
I always
He's a-
thought Pacheco was good.
yeah. Well,
He's an interesting back.
yeah.
He's solid.
I
man,
would
for
like to
sure.
have him on my team. Is the point I'm trying to say. But I'm a James Cook guy, so besides the point.
Jimbo.
Adam Thielen, Bryce Young's wide receiver 1, who's been acting like a wide receiver 1 these last few weeks. Alexander Madison, Daniel Carlson. Phillies defense, pretty solid. We stole Tank's boy, Anthony Richardson. He's on our
AC
bench.
joint, man.
He's out.
He is
Hopefully
out.
He's back by week 13.
It wouldn't be a BillsAholic pod if we didn't go after another Bills player, Damian Harris. We just did that for shits and giggles.
Yeah,
that was late.
That was a late round
That
pick.
was late.
That's
Yeah.
our running back 3 now.
Yeah, that was late.
33-year-old Latavius took that job right away from him.
Yes, he did. Yes,
We were thinking Jameer Gibbs was going to be running back 1. He was going to overshine Montgomery. That has not been the
he did. It's
case.
still early on, though.
I'm
man.
not
It's
gonna
still early,
lie,
but-
like stat-wise, it's like he should have the ball more.
Yes.
Granted, he was hurt this week, but he's averaging like 5.5 a carry, and they're just refusing to give him more carries, which is pretty.
No, he should be
upsetting.
playing more, but I also like it's
And-
like Montgomery hasn't lost the job.
No,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's the kind of
But
tough thing about the situation.
After drafting a running back at 16,
Oh, dude, I mean,
it should have been his job to begin with, in my opinion. And he hasn't done anything to really.
I think so too. But then you get into like the
He's a
Kyrie
scat
Elam
back, though,
argument
too.
too against Benford. So it's like
The
I would
counter-
rather have a coach that plays the better player, the hot hand, rather than like, okay, I paid
That's
this
fair.
guy X amount of money,
Yeah.
or I drafted this guy with this pick, so I have to play him.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Like it.
I always thought Montgomery was pretty good too. I didn't think he got the ball enough in Chicago to begin with.
No, yeah.
I have him on my team.
There you go.
Yeah.
Picked up this guy late. He's out for a few weeks, but we picked up Devon Achane.
That was
Oh.
that was my pick
That's
because
the one.
I fell in like I just knew he was gonna be solid. Like I just knew he was super fast, right? And I told Travis, I was like, dude, that's a guy. That's a guy.
He was there. We
Was-
picked him up.
I was say, was that?
He has 28 points our first game.
I was say, because didn't you text me? You're like, should we get him or should who else?
Oh,
was?
Oh,
Or
it
somebody
was
else. And I was like, dude, you gotta get Achan.
yeah.
There was somebody else I just can't remember. I'm glad I picked Achan, man.
George Pickens, solid pick. JSN, who's been slightly disappointed,
Yeah.
and then our other tight end is Pat Fryermuth.
Oof.
I was a big Fryermuth guy.
Oof.
going into
Yeah,
the-
you told me about that. We were on the
Yeah.
phone for one of our leagues. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a young team, but it's a solid team.
No, it's a good team.
It's got us
Speak-
4 wins so
good.
far.
Speaking of fantasy leagues, not for nothing, a guy at the end of the table here did get his first win in our work fantasy
Oh my
league, and
God,
I'm
dude.
feeling kind of good, you know. So that's
There you go.
that's-
Good
I'm not
job.
clapping.
That's
I'm
it.
not clapping. For
Hey man, you're a hater.
You
I
averaged
lost-
80 points a week in that league. Eh?
I lost to a guy that
That's-
drafted 2 quarterbacks in the first 5 rounds this week. So
Not the Beezer, man.
He's-
Okay,
he's-
I'll say
he's-
I'll just touch on that real
he's
quick because
3 and
it's
2,
hilarious. But we have a buddy of ours from work who's in our work league, who thought that the standard way to run a fantasy league was a super flex. So he drafts 2 QBs right away and then asks why no one else is.
Tell
And he
me
thought
how
everyone else
crazy
was
that
a bunch of idiots.
I've never played in one of those.
So then the worst
Who's
part
his two
about
quarterbacks?
Oh no, it gets better.
Herbert and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is then mid-draft, he texts in the group chat, and we tell him that it's not a super flex league. And he's talking about how weird we are that we're not doing that, and he's begging Chris to change the rules of the league mid-draft in
change
like
the
the
rules.
6th round.
This is
Putting-
Beasley.
This is
Yeah.
Beasley.
And putting an
Mark's
ultimatum
funny.
up to everyone like, I'm not paying and I'm not playing if you guys
Yeah.
don't change this. And we're like, what are you talking about?
Yo, Mark is hilarious.
He's
That's-
something else.
That's
yeah.
Mark Beasley for you.
Yeah, Mark Beasley. Shout out Mark Beasley.
Hey, man,
Our
but
standard one is a 2 quarterback league. I've never played in a 2 quarterback
No, he was
fantasy
like,
league.
oh,
They are fun.
no, they're fun.
We're
Like,
in
I'm
one-
not saying
we're
they're
in one right
not,
now.
but like
We're doing
to
Dynasty.
go into a draft and not know the format of the league, like that's
That-
that's on.
that is a problem. All you had to do
Yeah.
was look at
You
your
shouldn't
roster,
need to
man.
announce it and not to
Ask the
mention
question.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that-
also, the more egregious thing is to think that a 2 quarterback league is a standard fantasy.
Well, dude, we're in a
football league.
standard PPR league format.
That's the standard.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
anyways,
And I lost to him.
I think. Hey, bro.
He actually doesn't have a bad team.
What quarterback
he
did he
got
start?
auto drafted, dude. He auto drafted past round 6. That's
But
why he has a decent
he
team.
somehow
He got
managed it.
lucky.
He got
managed.
Tyreek Hill in the first round.
Yeah, so Tyreek's carrying everybody.
He has 2 good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
One sits on the bench every single week.
He has
I
refused
it's,
to trade away yet.
it's gonna
Say
make
my
me
quarterback's Brock Purdy, bro.
He
Like,
should have traded
That's the
away
way to go
Herbert
right now.
I
because
signed Brock.
Quarterback won after like
signed him.
3 or 4
I
weeks.
tried talking to him about that, and he said he wants people to beg him for Herbert so he can
Yeah,
tell
I'm
them
not
no.
begging. I have
That
trust
was
in
Yo,
that was
Mark
his
is-
game plan. Yeah, he's an
That
idiot.
sounds like definitely sounds like
That's
Mark
Beasley.
Beasley.
Yeah.
The bees.
He's my
man.
trade bait, but I'm not
The
trading him.
bees. I think it's pretty much time. I mean, you alluded to it. You wanted to get into it.
have a
This
hot
is this might just be one of my favorite segments
I
of
have a
the
really
week.
hot
We're making picks together. So
And here we
Oh,
go.
Yeah. Okay. So
Here we
we'll
go.
Get into that.
We'll roll into it. Weekly pick'ems, baby.
Oh.
Oh, we got.
All right.
There's
Oh.
cutscenes.
Alright, not coming up.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You guys jinxed it.
Good job, Chris. You already started looking at the screen before it happened. You see what happens?
Uh-oh.
It's because he backed away from the mic.
Shaking my head.
Are we just rolling into
Yeah,
it?
just got-
All right, guys. Yeah, we're here with the weekly
gonna bring
pick'ems.
Of course this happens.
Um,
it's all
Sorry
good.
about that,
He's wearing a
guys.
Sabres jersey.
Big jinx.
Hey, the Sabres,
There's
dude.
nothing
We'll
wrong
get
with
into
that.
that.
It's a nice
We'll get
jersey.
into that. The Sabres. We'll get into that. Thursday Night Football, the day that the Sabres kick off their season against the Rangers. We got Broncos at Chiefs.
That's a hard one.
That one's interesting because I will not be watching that game. I won't be watching that game.
Oh man, I'm
Travis
really
won't be
upset
watching
I'm
that
missing
game.
that game.
I know, dude. This is one I had
I
circled
wonder
on
what's
the
does
calendar.
anyone know the line for that game? It's got to be minus
It's,
like.
10 and a half.
Is it only 10 and a half? I was gonna say minus like 17 and a half or something.
There will never be an NFL line that's past like 11.
This is gonna be.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta start jotting these notes down.
That's a college line right there.
Is this
I don't bet
fair
much
to say all across the board? Chiefs.
I think it's fair to say.
So, because what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna keep track of our record like normal. Like I'll run down, I write it down in our notes, but I'll throw your guys' in there as well.
Well, yeah, we're keeping a guest tab from now on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it Jack and Ben on like a team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're on a team. We're just gonna keep track of ours like normal. So
We got to agree to all our picks, which
That's gonna be fun.
yeah. Well, we'll
Is
see.
there
what
is there
happens.
is there a few games on there that you guys think you'll split on?
I definitely the one I'm thinking of right now. We're not gonna agree on
I just hope it's a heated debate.
Well, it's gonna be a heated debate.
I
yeah.
fucking love it, dude.
because I have no evidence to back it up either. So. It's just one of those gut feelings.
All right.
Hey man. All right. Well then, so the Thursday night game that was easy. That brings us to our Sunday 1:00 slate. First one's Ravens at Titans. That AFC South is kind of a little bit of a dogfight, in my understanding.
That's the North
right now,
first
right?
off.
The AFC
Oh,
South.
sorry, the Titans. Okay. keep
Wow.
going. I was thinking the Ravens. Anyways, keep going.
That's your teammate.
I was just gonna say
That's your teammate right there.
that.
Dude,
That's my teammate.
I got nervous.
You did get nervous.
Oh Lord.
Don't look into the camera. It's okay.
I mean, the Ravens just dropped a dud to the Steelers this week.
You know, on our to be
Oh, you
honest
up
with you,
first?
yeah, well, I'll go first.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I feel like it's a coin flip for me.
I think it's Ravens bounce back.
I was thinking like that's my
I
gut
think
feeling
should go-
going into
I
it. But if
think-
you wanted to pick the Titans, I would have just conformed because
I think it's Ravens bounce back.
Are we going Ravens across the board
I
here?
think.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This is. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, dude. There's no way. Like those wide receivers have to be like.
I was gonna say the question
Well,
is
no,
the
and
question
that's-
is if the
yeah.
receiver's gonna show
he
up like last
screwed
week.
You over. I mean, that was bad.
it was egregious,
8 drop passes.
Egregious.
That was really egregious.
Egregious.
egregious,
Egregious.
egregious.
Okay, so instead of arguing about football, we're gonna argue about
Apparently.
enunciating.
That's what we're gonna argue about.
Okay.
Brings us into our next game, Panthers at Dolphins. I don't think there's gonna be much arguing about this game. Unless this is that game where he said he's got no evidence to back it. And I swear to God, I hope it's not this one.
It's Dolphins. It's
Yeah. Okay. So let's skip that one. That's.
It's got to be pretty easy. I would say
no,
Dolphins.
No need to talk about that, and I don't even want to talk about the Dolphins winning. So.
That's a fair point.
Wait. Hold on. That's Saints versus who?
Texans. It's
Oh, okay.
yeah. I was gonna
Sorry,
say-
bro.
Yeah, his handwriting.
I'm sorry, I
Oh
should have wrote
my
it. I'm
God.
sorry.
I was-
You're fine.
I-
Oh
We
my
can't take this dude
God.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I mean,
It's egregious handwriting.
egregious, dude. I really didn't think you were gonna bring these words to the table.
Saints
tonight.
at Texans. All right, Jack.
Dude, I
think
CJ Stroud. I don't know. I think it's the Texans.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I was gonna- yeah.
I thought you were saying C.J. Stroud in a negative way. C.J. Stroud is like
No, but
great.
Great.
it does feel like
That's rookie quarterback by far.
it
Dynasty
feels like it's
QB.
got to come to an end sooner or later, though. Kind of like.
I don't think so.
Well, I just meant at least for the interception type of
Oh,
streak. he
well,
has
yeah,
going.
Well, it's gonna
okay.
eventually.
Well, I know. I'm
yeah.
not saying he's gonna play
He's
bad,
making
but
good
he
decisions though.
he is, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch much Texan football,
I
but
mean, would you? Yeah, no.
I don't blame you.
But on paper, the guy looks great. I mean,
Hey man, from what we see from the stats, you were. I agree. I don't even think I've seen a highlight. If I'm
I
being
haven't
honest
watched
with
a single play.
I've seen a couple
And I
highlights.
was on the waiver wire in fantasy being like, give me some CJ Stroud.
You know
I
you know
saw
what he
us.
looks like when, at least from what I've seen from the highlights, which are highlights, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But he looks like relaxed and like he's not flustered at all.
Yeah.
Where I think
Well, he's been there before.
what's his name
Bryce
in Carolina? Bryce Young looks.
He's
Holy.
Yeah, poor
he
Bryce
he
Young.
needs to adjust. Where I think
He
CJ
looks like a
Stroud
guy
is.
who's like, I'm the number one pick. The pressure's getting to me. type
Yeah.
thing. Bryce Young. Is
Right.
Bad.
Right. So, me and Travis, we haven't talked much about this game. I'm gonna go Texans.
We're gonna split.
We're gonna finally split.
About time.
Somebody had
Yeah,
to.
it was good.
The lone
I
wolf.
have a bad feeling that he
Well-
was like, we can't not split.
I'm going
to be
Saints.
fair, the only other 50-50 game I think you could even make an argument for was Ravens Titans.
I mean, I haven't even. Jack, I'm just taking it one game at a time.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
No, I'm going Saints. What's that update on Chris Olave? Is he fine? I know he caught
That video of him pregame was like.
I know he caught. He played. He caught a few. Was it like a 6-yard touchdown? He caught. It was.
Yeah, but that's
and then he dipped.
But then he had
Wait.
He had another injury.
a 40-yard touchdown.
Oh,
called
40?
Back.
I didn't see
Or
that.
maybe it was ruled a drop or something.
I just heard the 6-yard touchdown. Yeah, Mike Thomas is looking good. I can't believe we're saying that right now. I can't believe we're saying that right now.
He's still young.
yeah, I
Had
don't
a
know
lot
why.
of
I'd
injury
never
trouble.
understood the hate on Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
To be completely
Just-
honest
yeah.
with you.
Just
Yeah,
always on
I'm-
injury report.
I'm just
the-
saying that
the-
because I just can't.
My favorite meme about him
Because
was
by
when
now
he,
he'll be injured by now.
he had was it him with the turf toe?
Turf-
And then Brian Robinson came back from 2 gunshots before he came back from his toe injury. That was the funniest thing going on last year, dude.
Yeah, that's
That was hilarious. Yeah.
So we have a split.
I'm going
Saints.
Saints.
Usually it takes about this long to have one.
yeah.
That's not too crazy of an argument either. That is a coin
Are
flip.
you
game,
guys
honestly.
gonna mess with me here? Are you guys gonna try to guess what that
Okay.
says?
I mean, I the only reason is because I see the double M. It's Commanders.
Yes, it is Commanders.
I'm gonna say like Commodores or
I
something.
don't know
I
if
was
that's
thinking
what that
that, yeah.
actually
Yeah.
says.
Yeah.
Commanders at
Cinnamon.
Falcons.
It could go for cinnamon.
It could go for cinnamon. So we got the Commanders at Falcons. I mean, talk about kind of not that much of an interesting game,
think
but
the Falcons
Give me the Falcons.
Pissed.
If the
Because I
Falcons
hate
won.
the Falcons.
yo,
I'm a Kyle Pitts owner.
Oh
And
jeez.
nothing
Kyle
bores me
Pitts.
more when I see Artie Smith go up and be like, "We don't give a fuck about your fantasy team." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, Yeah. Oh no, he had a good week for me. He did. Yeah.
For the
I do
first time
love
forever.
Bijan Robinson.
Yo,
though.
and this
Yep.
is where I think I got the Commanders. I love
Well, I
that.
picked the
love that
Commanders a few weeks
defense.
ago, and they let me down. So
You know, I have
Give
seen
me the Falcons.
like Sam Howell.
They let
As
me
bad
down
as he
every
looked
week.
against the Bills, there was like just some plays where he does impress me to a certain extent. Like I don't think he's gonna be.
I thought he actually didn't look bad that week.
Yeah.
You know what? Commanders.
Let's go Commanders. Why not? Let's
Are you
just
by
stick
yourself
it
again?
out.
I'm by myself again.
Because I hate the Falcons. That's all I
Yeah.
needed.
Again, that's another coin flip game for me. Like
Yeah, for sure. But you
but-
know what? I like the Commanders better, more than I like the Falcons.
let's just call them
Wow.
the Redskins and get it over with.
2 splits in
You
a
know
row.
what? I like the Redskins.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a big deal.
No, dude, I'm Team Redskins.
They
man.
said they were going to change the name back. So
someone was
Was
suing.
that the plan?
Someone was suing.
I didn't hear that.
yeah,
Or they were trying to sue.
I don't give a shit about
there was
I
no,
don't-
there was.
I mean, that's an irrelevant football team.
Yeah.
That's an irrelevant football team
Who?
down there. The Commanders, they play in a division that's so overshadowed by the Eagles and the Cowboys. And the Cowboys piss me off because they're if that's not the most overhyped team in the NFL, I really don't know what is. I'm gonna be honest with you. They got a decent football team, they do, but the Eagles are just a way better fucking football team than the Commanders will probably. I mean, that the Cowboys probably ever will be if you had to ask.
It
me.
is
Did you see that Eagles schedule coming up?
Is it tough?
Oh my God, it's tough. Let me.
While
Oh,
he's
mean, that-
looking that up, I will say it is like any Falcons home game is a major plus because they have Chick-fil-A open on Sundays in the stadium.
Really?
Wow.
That's a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's like sacrilegious,
that is
to be honest with you.
Wow.
things we do for football. You know.
so they play the Jets this week. We'll get to that game, but after the Jets, Dolphins, Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs,
Ooh.
Bills, 49ers, Cowboys,
my God.
Seahawks.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's one of the toughest stretches I've heard.
This is the Eagles.
This is the Eagles.
Wow.
If they can escape
for
that
one,
above 500,
I
that's
am getting
impressive.
tired of the tush push. So
It is getting old.
I
man.
think
this
th-
has got to be the last year with the tush push.
I think it gets
I'm just tired about hearing about it.
out of here next
To
season.
be honest with you.
it is. It is.
Yeah, but you know what? Looking from their perspective, it is kind of like BS that you're gonna ban a football play just because one team's better at it than everyone else. That's my argument with it. I don't really care what they do
It's all the other GMs
until they do it against us.
theirs.
Once they do it against us on the goal line, it's gonna piss me
We
off.
play them.
I know
why
we
are
do.
why are we talking about the Eagles right now?
I don't even know
Yeah,
how. I don't even know how we
we're
got.
talking about the
Yeah.
Commanders and Falcons, and it somehow turned into.
Oh,
that.
because the division. Well,
Oh yeah, the division.
It's all
Oh
Chris's
yeah,
fault.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
It's
That
always
tends
Chris-
to
it's
that
always
tends
Chris's
to
fault.
happen. That tends to happen when I get going.
It's always Chris's
Um,
fault.
Sorry.
This is why.
So
This is why we can go on and on. This is why Tank pushes out the studio sometimes
You know what? This is why you.
because
have
of this
me-
guy.
This is why you have me guess on this podcast. Colts and Jaguars.
Colts and Jaguars getting us back on track here. We got a Colts fan over here in the corner.
Sorry, Tank.
I have.
I'm going.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like I've picked your season just about very correct this whole entire year.
So he's gonna pick you guys this week, and then you're gonna lose.
Oh, you guys are waiting for me to go. Okay, I
Well,
got.
I'm-
The
You were
I
gonna
got
talk.
the-
You were
Throw
gonna.
out your
Yeah.
pick.
I got the Colts, man. I got.
You got the
Colts.
Colts. And yep.
Also,
Give me the Jags.
I didn't just realize he had a royal blue Sabres hat on and a black and red jersey on. That doesn't mesh well.
That doesn't mesh well. That's fine, but like, come on, man. That's I gotta represent.
Who did Chris just take? Who'd you take?
I took
The Colts.
The Colts.
I'm feeling Jags.
Pick against him
I
just for that outfit choice.
Are we serious? Are we serious?
and
The
suicide
NHL's back
wing
on
call.
tonight.
I
Yeah, it is.
the suicide wing. I don't even want to get back.
Are we
into
going
that,
back
so-
into that?
I
All right, I'm
I was
picking the
gonna-
Jags.
I was gonna spite pick the Colts just because of what happened this week, but that was the NFL's fault, not the Jaguars' fault. I don't blame them. Jags is the smart pick here.
To be
It is
fair-
a division game though, so it could
Minshew
go either
mania.
way.
The Jags did play well against us. too,
Minshew
but it's-
mania. He already did it once. He did it against the Ravens.
That
He
handle
goes
part
in. He goes
mustache,
into
man. There's
Jacksonville.
something about
And he
that
gets the
handle.
job done. He gets the job done.
Minshew's cool.
We're splitting. Everyone against you.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with it.
I'm with Chris.
I was gonna say I got.
I wonder why.
Okay,
you already
Chris,
knew it.
That says Seahawks. What is that?
Seahawks.
That's we're gonna assume that says Seahawks.
Oh my god.
Bengals.
Seahorse.
Okay,
Yeah.
see.
Can I rewrite some of these? Do you mind?
Dude, Seahawks at Bengals.
Get up there, Jack. Get up.
Yeah, hold on, I'm good.
You don't even know where the markers are, bro.
They're on the ground. What are you talking
Some might say egregious.
Dude, are we being?
Dude, my mom texted me. I
Oh,
guess I sent her the link for this. You're welcome. And and she goes, "Don't look at your phone." I'm like,
Dude.
dude, come on.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What other ones are bad? That says Raiders, I think.
There you go. Okay,
Egregious,
so what's
dude.
the while he's fixing that? What game is up right now?
So
It looks like it.
I quite honestly can't remember what game we had up here.
Seahawks and Bengals.
Seahawks.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Bengals kind of look like they might be back on a little bit, but it's like it's a high, man. Do you ride it? It's like who knows? That's been kind of a brutal beginning of the year for them. Then you got the Seahawks. I think I'm going Cincinnati.
Split them up.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Is this the game that Jack might be thinking that I think he's making no sense on? Or not?
Seahawks.
No, not this.
Maybe it's a primetime game you're thinking about.
So what? Who do you guys have here? You think?
I think the Bengals. I think it's. I heard Burrow said he's feeling better, and he looked great. I mean, he had 400 passing yards last week.
Something.
That's a good week.
Something
No,
like
he
that.
had
I got
Jamar
dumped
Chase.
on by Jamar Chase in a fantasy league. So
To be honest with you, I'm leaning
I was pretty happy.
Seahawks for whatever reason, but I'm not.
the Seahawks secondary though is no joke. That
Nah, man.
rookie.
I just like the
Witherspoon
Seahawks a
and
lot.
Warren.
I like Geno Smith a lot. Used to hate him when he was on
So
the Jets.
how are we deciding our splits then?
Let's
Well,
just sit back and,
that's where the
uh,
arguments come.
Did you?
Okay.
Who are we?
I'm not
you're
that passionate about this game.
You're not writing
to be
Geno.
honest
I
with you.
prefer to win my battles.
You're not writing Geno Smith off. You're not writing him off. He didn't write back yet.
I never
kind of
have.
thing.
Never have.
The NFL wrote him off, and he ain't right back.
Okay. Why do you think the Seahawks are going to win this?
See, and now that's the thing. I don't really have any rhyme or reason. It's a gut feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's a gut feeling for me.
I mean,
too.
you have to. So I
Okay.
feel like I've just been waiting week after week for the Bengals to
I
have their
will say
bounce
this.
back, which
Here's-
they
here-
did.
And this is why I think you'll believe in me. I was at that Bengals game before the DeMar thing. I was at that Bengals game last year.
Mm.
That stadium, when the Who Days start going around and stuff like that, is the loudest place I've ever been in my
It's
life.
in Cincy?
Yeah,
This is
it
the
says
Miami
at
game.
Bengals.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his story. I'm sorry.
No, we're talking
So
about this.
that's the main. I could see your argument because the Bengals have been back and forth. That place is a madhouse.
No, to be honest with you, looking at all the pick'ems, I always lean more towards the home teams. And like obviously the Bengals have the better team.
So then you
on
feel
paper.
better going with my pick.
I do just because they're home. But
What's
it's like one of
happening
those.
here, man?
You know what the gut feelings, man. You know
Yeah.
the gut feelings.
Yeah.
Seahawks.
But yeah, we'll go Bengals. We'll go
Okay.
Bengals. That's fine.
I think Joe Burrow's back in action.
I hope not.
Well, Vikings at Bears. I thought the Vikings had a real close one against. There's some debates about that past.
I think we're going.
Oh wow.
What do you think?
I think we're going Bears.
I
dude.
think the Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears.
We're going the Bears.
And you know what? I gotta piggyback off that because that's who I.
Look at this guy.
Nah, dude, that's who. Dude,
We can't go first. So we have to make him.
No,
go
no.
first, so
Time out.
Have we went
Time
first
out.
every time?
I had to go first
Time
last
out.
time.
Time out.
Yeah,
Time
no,
out.
we haven't.
Really?
I had to go first.
He had to go first because I went the first like 5 weeks in a row. 4 weeks
But
in
look
a
at
row.
the scoreboard.
Time out.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
Because I
there you
talked
go.
him into
Yeah.
all these picks.
No,
No,
Chris,
no. I
come
don't.
on.
Well, he's winning, so clearly you're not talking
Yo,
to him
okay,
all,
all
are
right.
you?
I'm still above 500, and that's all that matters to me right now.
No, your pick'em's not bad.
So
But
let me just say this though, his pick'ems is phenomenal, but I have had some serious Bears slander over the last 5 weeks and 5 episodes we've made. I've had some serious Bears slander, but I gave the Bears respect last week. I picked him and he didn't. I picked him, and they gave me no reason to not believe
I'm
that
not
they
picking
can't.
them again.
They
I'm
can't
not picking them
look.
this week.
They
either.
can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they get the job done again. Justin Fields looked phenomenal on Thursday Night Football last week against a pretty solid defense. And that being said, I have every reason to feel like they're gonna
That
bounce back and
Vikings
get another
team
one.
is in shambles. Dude.
I got
Like,
and there's no
just
There's no
shambles.
Jettas.
Well,
Looks like Addison and Osborne and Hawkins
No,
had to step
yeah,
up.
They still have a good even without. They're actually still pretty good.
Well,
you got the
offense.
Vikings.
I'm going
the
Vikings.
problem with are the Vikings? I mean, this is a little off topic, but are they like a sell team? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
I
are they
think
like
so.
a?
Where are they? 2-4.
No, they're 1-4.
They should probably go ahead.
1-4.
They're
Sorry.
1-4. Well, yeah, I mean, but
Even worse.
They should probably go ahead. Like I've heard rumors like
I wouldn't mind a few defensive players off that defense.
well, like you said, maybe
Harry.
we'll get
We don't
Harry.
need an edge. I feel like I
Yeah,
to
but
be honest,
also we'd be trading draft picks, would we not? Like, what
I-
pieces?
I'm gonna
do
be
we have?
honest with you.
Let's trade a first.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
For who?
This season, I don't
Anybody.
care about draft picks.
Let's have some fun.
Dude,
But,
it's like
yeah,
I'm gonna
let's
be
buy
honest
at
with you.
the-
This
let's-
season, I don't care about draft picks this
let's
season.
let's go ahead and buy at the deadline and ride it out, man. Let's see
Bean's
what
track
happens.
record at late round draft picks too. Really
Phenomenal.
good.
Phenomenal.
Really good.
So actually, before we came on here, I was looking up Bean's like draft history and like all his best picks. Like Gabe Davis, I think it was like 123 overall.
Bernard right now looks great.
Bernard Knox was late, which I mean he hasn't been phenomenal,
Benford's
but
a late
Knox
round
is
pick.
solid.
Benford's a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
Benford is
Dane Jackson. He's not. He's there. He's there when we need
But
him.
he's been solid.
He's
He's a
not
late
bad.
round draft.
He's
pick.
there when we need him.
You don't ever. I don't ever find myself saying, "Oh fuck, Dane Jackson again." I never find myself.
No,
saying that.
well, the other
Exactly,
thing is
and-
too, if you can find like a consistent role player past round like 3, then you did your job drafting.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to
Exactly,
find starters
exactly.
late. If you find a starter late, it's a huge bonus. But anything like, you know what I mean? Anything else,
You're filling out your roster.
yeah. But you picked the Vikings.
I picked the
So there's
Vikings.
another split because I want Bears too,
Okay.
and I know you guys think I'm
The
piggybacking off
Bears.
of what you just said, but
You're
like
going first next time.
I'm just gonna I gotta say it. And
This is what he
I
does.
think Tank can back me
Yeah.
up. Didn't I pick the Bears
Yeah.
last week?
He's
He
a
And
did.
I'm-
big, he's
He
a
did
big
pick
bear down.
Yeah.
Travis,
Bear
he's
down.
a big gaslighter. You know
Yeah.
what
Bear
I mean?
down, man. Bear down.
No, it wasn't me.
49ers at Browns. Let me guess.
This is where you guys.
Is this the one?
This is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one, Ben.
This is the one.
This is the
man.
one, man.
Look at his face, dude.
I'm going Browns.
Why?
No rhyme or reason. Dude, it's just one.
I mean, how do you back this up?
The Browns aren't even.
Is it even in Cleveland?
I got
It
a
is.
feeling
It is in
you're gonna
Cleveland.
Get talked into this one.
Eh? Yeah. No.
After the
I almost-
season,
I
It
almost
doesn't. It's not gonna take much. But
after the start the Niners have had,
You're going Niners, right?
I'm going Niners.
I'm going Niners too.
Can I do this real quick? Can
it's
I
not gonna last forever.
do this real quick?
Listen,
No, it's
the
not gonna last,
Browns,
but the
they're saying Watson ain't gonna play.
They
You
don't-
think Dorian Thompson-Robinson's gonna beat the Niners defense?
And that's why I think they're gonna win.
Okay. Look, did you know that coming into the podcast that he was playing?
No. When I
Right
saw the
now.
pick 'em board, it just like.
I'm overheating right now. I don't even know what to do with
So
myself.
I want to show you what I did here, man. So 49ers, Browns, Jack.
No. I'm talking Jack out of this pick.
Well, you're gonna talk him out of it, but I have to remember that he did this.
Any other game
You
you
got a
want?
pulse over there?
It's just one of those things, man. I can't explain it.
Okay, so how on earth? How did the Browns move the ball? How?
I think they get a couple defensive touchdowns. All right, just pick
Against
49ers.
that offense?
I don't even want to argue because I have nothing to argue.
No, you
but,
know what? That was
but,
such a dumb
but
saying.
next week,
Leave Jackson.
no, yeah,
I have to,
leave,
bro.
no, leave
Separating for
it.
this one.
Leave it. But like our guest pick counts as
As
the
the
49ers.
49ers, but
However,
I will-
keep
Sidebar.
track of me
I
saying
did. It's
that.
on there. It says Browns,
Sidebar,
Jack.
if we win
Browns,
this
Jack,
week-
and then in parentheses
Is
say
there
a
any
couple
way next
Browns
week,
defensive touchdowns.
Can you like cut to a video of me picking the Browns?
Yeah, we'll do that.
After
We'll
the
do that
podcast?
this week.
If
We'll play the
keep it
highlights
safe.
after.
Keep it in the bank. Yeah.
We'll do
Okay.
that this week.
I like it.
That'll be one of our short videos.
Biggest Browns fan this week.
Yeah.
For absolutely no reason. I'm not.
Dog pound, man.
Yeah.
Spread's only a 3.5. Surprisingly.
Wow.
Oh, that's not a good sign. Wait,
Vegas knows.
They know a lot.
Vegas does know a lot.
the spread's only 3.5.
Odds
Why?
are in favor of the Niners. though.
Well, of course, but why is the spread only 3.5?
Because.
That makes no sense.
You think I get this out of
Because
nowhere?
Jack Riley
I think I
says
just
so.
pulled this out of.
Because Jack
Okay,
Riley
no,
says
we're
so.
keeping mine, but that gets me a little eerie. Okay.
Wow. Patriots at Raiders. God, man. I mean.
Spell Raiders, right?
Yeah, Raiders.
Oh my
Raids.
God. Wait, did I spell that? Or?
Yeah, no,
Don't tell me
no,
you
that's not my handwriting.
No, dude.
Yeah, it's bad, dude.
I don't make my E's like that, bro.
Rage.
Just the raids, man.
They already deserve they are.
Well, dude. Raids, bro. Pats at
That's
raids.
what they're gonna do Sunday. They're gonna raid the.
Dude,
Yeah,
the Patriots are
raid
in
the snack
shambles,
jar.
bro.
What?
The Patriots are in shambles. Like,
I picked the
Is
Raiders.
Jimmy G good? Like, is he
My
playing?
favorite thing is
Uh,
that the Patriots
so
are.
he played last
What's
night.
the record?
1-4.
1-4.
You think they start
So-
Bailey Zappi this week?
That'd be
This
cool.
is what's interesting,
awesome.
dude.
That would be awesome.
This is what's interesting is like, cause
They
like, you
they've
can see-
taken Mac Jones out the last two games.
I was like, you can see Bill Belichick just losing his faith in the guy, man.
Here's-
I'm if I'm a Patriots fan, I'm losing faith.
My
in
favorite,
Billy
like,
Belichick.
If I'm a
dumbass.
Patriots fan, I never had faith. But
Granted, what did they trade for J.C. Jackson last week? What did they give up?
Fifth.
5th round pick, I think.
even then, like because they picked up his entire contract.
Yep.
Mhm.
That seems to
I
be a
love-
common
I
Patriots
love
thing.
that they're 1-3 and they're so locked in because they've won so many Super Bowls this century, right? They're just like, oh, we could do it. Let's get JCJ. You're 1-3, and then they
Yeah,
just
right.
get
I'm
dumped
not
on.
gonna doubt them to make the playoffs. So
What?
What? They're buried
They're
in the
four,
division, man.
they're fourth in the division right now.
I understand.
You got. Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm just saying Bill Belichick. It's kind of like a Mike Tomlin type of thing.
But this time it's just so not.
I have a
Mike
hot
Tomlin
take.
thing.
Well, it might not be a hot take, but I think this is Bill Belichick's last year.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
We've been talking about that on our pod.
That
You
that,
think it's his last year too?
I think
He just-
Dylan called it before the season.
this
Yeah.
this is gonna sound.
he just
crazy,
doesn't look like he's
It-
happy.
But he never really did. But like,
Well, he's winning Super Bowls.
well, yeah. But he'd get up to the podium after he won a Super Bowl and he'd look like.
Yeah, he's like
somebody
the
shit in
Nick
his fucking
Saban of
cereal. I mean,
NFL.
Like,
Yeah, well, we won by 70, but there's still a lot of stuff to improve on.
all I
Our
gotta
defense
say-
still let up 20 points.
All I gotta say is the Patriots without Mac Jones and Bill Belichick are a scarier football team than with. It's just they're not what they.
He's
were.
picking the Patriots.
What the fuck? No, I'm not picking. I'm picking the Raids.
The Raids.
Raids.
I got the
I'm going
Raids.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean, I think
Alright.
it's Raids
We-
across
we all,
the board.
We all have
That's a
Raids.
sweep
Make sure you
right
write that too. Raids.
Yeah.
RAIDES.
Yeah, my phone doesn't.
No, next one's kind of
Although I will
interesting.
say, I think big fantasy game for Ramondre Stevenson next week, maybe, possibly.
You hoping for that? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't.
He hasn't had a
benching
pop
him.
out game all season so
Yeah,
far.
I think next week's the week. Okay. Anyways, next game.
Lions at Bucks, man.
See,
Oh.
see, Baker's.
Shake and bake. Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. We're on the
Yeah.
same page, dude.
Okay.
I'm so happy we're on the
Again,
same
well,
page.
listen, I will say though, I'm a big Lions supporter.
I am
this year.
too. I love Dan Campbell.
I love.
Yeah,
I do. I
no,
love the
I
Danny
would love
Campbell
that's
energy.
a
Make sure
guy
I run
would
through a
play
wall.
for.
But
You know what I mean?
I just want to root for Baker. I feel like Baker got unnecessarily shit on for years.
Yeah.
He had a great, not great. Okay, yeah, I would say he had a pretty good year. Like that second year he started
What in Cleveland?
Yeah, that playoff
before
game.
he
Dude,
tore
he
his
was
labrum.
realistically, he
COVID
was
year, right?
never
Yeah.
COVID
that
year.
bad. He was just that bad for
But
like his hype before
was-
getting there.
I
But the
can't
only reason he was
believe-
hyped up that much was because like the character he was in
Yeah,
college. You
and
know
he
what I
was
mean? Like how much he.
drafted number one
Yeah.
in that draft, and yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner.
But also, he was playing with a torn labrum, and I feel like nobody ever talked about it. Like
Right.
the guy's
To
playing
be
through a
honest with you,
torn
I
labrum.
forgot that he played with the torn labrum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing through a torn labrum, and
And he's a winner, dude.
they're wondering.
Like,
oh,
Baker's just a winner.
sucks." Yeah,
He really is. Like he has the
I love
mentality.
those clips of him mic'd up, and he's like, "What are you doing, little bitch boy?" He's like, it's so awesome. I'm taking Bucks in Tampa.
Is
I
that
don't
is
know
that
about
a is that a Jack and Ben Bucks
Is that-
in
is that a-
Tampa?
Is that a Bucks from us?
We'll go Bucks.
Yeah, let's
I-
go Bucks.
I'm gonna go Lions, and for
Amon Ra's hurt.
I love
Got that
Dan
working
Campbell,
for
dude.
us.
I love Dan Campbell.
They're 4-1, right?
They're 4-1.
Tampa D's still not.
Yeah, it's
bad.
just one of those games though, where like the favorites aren't gonna win every game, so you
Yeah.
gotta just.
No,
keep
no,
it
no,
simple.
they're not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got
so
it.
you have to. And if you look stupid after, you look stupid
Yep.
after.
Yeah, give me Lions too.
All right. I knew he didn't have it in him.
I don't. I actually wrote. Let me see when I made this note.
Oh, we keep going.
4:54
Chris, we have to
p.m.
make Chris make the picks before
Yeah,
this.
Chris, you
Oh,
go right now.
or did
Cardinals-
He go, did he? What
We
did
got
you
3
just
games
say?
left.
You picked Lions.
I went opposite. I went Lions.
Okay.
What
Oh,
was your
good.
4 games left.
You said you had a note, Travis?
Oh no! Oh, I made this list at 4:54 p.m. So I'm already set and done.
Well, so I'm. Oh yeah, we'll start doing that when we don't have it.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm easily. I think here. I'm going for this next game. I'll go first because it's clear as day that you guys want me to. I got the Rams over the Cardinals.
See what the Rams just shipped out today? Van Jefferson to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was that pick swap?
Wow! Did I take
Was
a
it-
Did I take a nap or
Yeah.
something when that happened? I saw he was
I
on.
saw-
I saw he was
I
on the
heard
trade block.
his-
Wasn't really reported.
It wasn't really. No.
I heard Cup came back and his snap percentage went from 96 to 4%.
I feel bad for the
Already was on
guy.
the wall.
He's a good wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's got hands. It's just they
The Rams need draft picks. That's a fact. I mean,
they love Puka.
Yeah.
What's the use of?
Puka's awesome.
Yeah.
I just traded.
Who
for
would have
Puka.
thought that guy would be where he is?
But also,
You know
did
what
you
I
see
mean?
the clip of like Cooper Cup doing the cone drill and then Puka's right after him?
No.
It's
funny.
otherworldly how Cooper Kupp looks so much better
Really?
than Puka Nakua at the cone drill. It's
What, like the
ridiculous.
shuttle cones or just?
I don't even
Like-
know.
Yeah, they do like
the
the
little
fast.
route, like they do like the
I didn't play football. I'm gonna be honest. I have no
Oh,
clue
like
what the hell
the-
that drill is, but
yeah, it's like the little like
It's like
so
a,
that
you,
set-
you could say
set-
it's like a soccer drill.
yeah, like you're going like this through it, and then he's
Yeah.
making a cut.
and he cuts like down the middle of the field, throw the ball to him.
Yeah, so soccer drill.
It is a soccer drill.
Yeah.
Just without a soccer.
Fuck,
Go Arsenal, dude. Go
Soccer
Arsenal.
ball.
Oh my God, Arsenal! My name's Jack Riley.
They won 1-0. Gabriel Martinelli.
All
And
right.
this brings us to the last game before Sunday Night Football. Eagles at
Wait, we
the-
didn't do Cardinals Rams, did we?
Oh, we didn't make our picks.
oh
Chris
my
made his
God!
picks.
I'm sorry.
Apparently, your opinion doesn't matter.
I was gonna say that
Oh, they did. You guys did.
yeah,
Yeah, we
Rams,
went
Rams.
Rams.
And Chris doesn't care about us. Okay.
Hey man,
I think Rams. I don't know about you.
I don't
Jack.
give a shit about that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care, dude. We'll go Rams.
Yeah.
that's brutal.
I'll Eagles.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get blasted for saying Eagles or
Yes, dude.
because I didn't say it first?
Yep.
Eagles across the board. I think.
He goes across the board.
That was easy.
And
There's
brings
Oh,
us-
I didn't see the two.
That brings us.
primetime games.
That brings us to probably the most important game of the whole entire week.
Just don't mention the Bills one, and you're like, oh, where'd those games go?
Well, I kind of forgot about it.
I like to throw them down at the bottom. They're their own thing.
Yeah.
Can we just
Okay,
go
Giants, Bills.
Bills?
Bills.
I mean,
Yeah, it's-
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Oh.
I'm not doing it.
yeah, but I think I mean,
Our
even
defensive line against that offensive line. Come on.
even if I wasn't a Bills fan, I think I'd just still go Bills.
That's,
Yeah.
Because they always have the bounce back game. They always do.
they always do.
They never.
It's in Buffalo.
Which, by the way, the win percentage over the last couple of years in Buffalo is like absurd. Like, think about what
I
games
do
we've
worry about
lost.
the Dable effect, though. Like, I'm coming back to Buffalo.
Yeah. The Buffalo
And
Giants.
there's a lot of former Bills on that team.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is though? It's not like it's a
There's
revenge
a lot of
game
But
for
I'm
him.
still off a major loss, so
It's not a revenge game. It's not like we fired him and he went
it
elsewhere.
is for Hodgins.
It's got to be
Hodgins, yeah.
personal for Hodgins. Like, yo, why didn't you guys just call me up and I could be doing
Should I
this?
start him this week?
Who?
I have him buried on my. I'm just playing.
I would never start Isaiah.
I'm just playing.
We don't
I'm
even
just
know.
playing.
We don't know if Daniel Jones or Tyrod Taylor.
I don't think they're risking Daniel Jones. It's his neck.
Well. Brian Dable did say.
No, it doesn't matter.
He did say. He did
If
say that.
Tyrod plays, that would be the best.
The script
thing
is already
yeah.
the script is
Yeah.
already written.
So-
I think the script's already written. It's
I
Tyrod
would
Taylor.
love to see Tyrod Taylor play.
And there's
He would
something
get
I'm
a
gonna get in.
standing
There's something.
ovation.
Yeah.
There's
If he
something.
scored a
He
touchdown,
got us to the
I-
playoffs, man. You got it.
I think we would cheer if he scored a touchdown on us. I really do.
All right.
And
No,
that's.
dude,
Are you going to the Bills game this Sunday?
I could.
Don't.
Jack.
Don't.
Jack. When have we ever cheered for anybody besides the Bills to score a touchdown in our stadium? Like what?
Tyrod Taylor is the Bill, though.
I love Tyrod.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
I
I
see.
love him.
I love.
I love the
Tyrod.
guy.
I love Tyrod.
Him
I
and
see
Andy
him.
Dalton are like
I want you to
the-
know, Andy Dalton.
the
I
Bills.
would say Andy Dalton. I'd give him a little bit like just because Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, like that was he made the end of my childhood right there by making that 4th and whatever 13. But let me say this: if Tyrod Taylor crosses the goal line and you think for a second I'm gonna be like, oh fuck yeah, let's go Tyrod.
No, not cheer.
Not a chance.
Okay, not like.
Not a
I don't
chance.
think-
There's not
I'm
even gonna be
just
an ounce of
saying,
me that's
like-
happy.
Like,
Good for,
I'm not-
good for him.
I don't
Yeah,
think you're
dude.
gonna,
In your head.
I don't think you're gonna hear a lot of boos if you
Exactly, but you're not gonna hear.
You're gonna hear. It's probably gonna be
Guys,
silent.
I'm exaggerating, guys. I'm not.
I mean,
gonna
dude,
fucking stand up. Like, I'm not gonna jump up and down.
Are you
for
wearing?
the guy. I'm just not gonna
If you
be,
go
like,
to the game,
pissed.
you're wearing a Tyrod jersey, bro.
I don't have a Tyrod jersey. I have a Willis
I love
McGahee,
Tyrod
I
Taylor.
have a Diggs.
I love.
Oh, you have a Willis jersey?
I
That's
do have
awesome.
it. It's back in my closet.
That's like me having a Tim Conway jersey. I love my Tim Conway jersey.
I think I used to have a JP Lossman. I think buried in the closet.
Man.
Yeah.
I think maybe get a Frank Summers jersey just cause.
Yo, did you see? Did you see? What are the Bills putting on all the seats this Sunday? Like it's supposed they're gonna dim the lights or something. It's gonna be like all those neon. I think they tried to do this a couple years ago, like bracelets. So I think they tried to do this a couple years ago.
Bracelets?
Every seat,
Something
every
like-
seat gets
They're
it.
gonna turn the lights off and
It's
Do you
like
know
all the lights
how
are gonna be in
many
sync. Yeah.
bracelets are gonna be thrown onto the field by drunk fans at
hopefully me.
8 o'clock at night.
Yo, I hope you do go.
That'd be cool.
I hope you do go. So
I'd be sick for work the next
I
day.
know,
I'll
dude.
tell you that.
It never happens. It never.
Can you imagine having a free ticket to Bills Dolphins and going golfing?
I know, dude. I know. I can't believe that made it this long into the podcast without even mentioning it.
I heard about that.
Bills
Listen,
wash.
There's a longer story.
I-
We're
you
Bill-
know,
don't even get into that.
I didn't want to bring it up either. I just didn't.
But you're doing God's work, bro. Thank you. Bills wash. Cowboys at Chargers. Monday Night Football. The last
Going
game of
first,
the week
Chris, don't
6.
say anything.
And this is actually, I'm looking forward to watching this game. The Cowboys obviously coming off of a disgusting loss against the 49ers, and I don't think they're going to bounce back. I got the Chargers winning this football game.
That's interesting. I went back and forth with this game. I really did.
It's a good Monday Night Football.
I went
That's
back
a
and
very good game.
I went back
That's a
and
very
forth. It probably took me about 5 minutes to take this pick, but unfortunately, I did go the Cowboys.
Hey, man. It's not unfortunate for
I
me.
am kind of leaning.
It's not like there's a-
some way.
I think Cowboys too.
Yeah.
I like that we ended
LA.
like
It took me a
But, like,
while.
I
You
will
know what?
say.
I'm not gonna
though,
say
like,
I'm happy Chris went first because it just shows he's just not in touch. You know, no wonder Travis is. on
Thank you.
top
I
of the
appreciate
board.
that. I appreciate that.
If
I mean-
we would have went first, you would have been like, "Oh yeah, clearly Cowboys sweep across
Yeah,
the board."
yeah. 100%.
No, but it was one of those picks where if you wanted the Chargers, I don't think I would have argued much. To be honest.
If it was a place with like home field advantage, LA notoriously does not have.
Not
home
have
Well,
field
exactly, and
advantage.
that's part of the reason when I was.
And the
It's
Cowboys,
not like that's exactly far from
The
Dallas.
Cowboys are a good enough team to be like, we got to bounce back and win this game.
I don't know the geography.
How you guys think about Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator, Chargers?
That's a good point.
Dallas last year.
That's a good point.
I didn't really think about that.
I got
but
some things in my sleeve.
I'm not diving.
Is that what you had in your sleeve? The
No, that
Cowboys?
actually, I didn't
To be
think about that
honest
connection
with
at all.
you.
I'm excited to
you
watch
just-
this game.
yeah, that is.
That's gonna be a good.
and
It's
there's
gonna be a
probably
good Monday
ton
night.
of fantasy games that are probably like decided on that game.
Yeah,
too.
that's-
Oh, most
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
That'll be
Yeah.
pretty badass. That's a wrap for the weekly
There we
pick'em, so
go.
man. I mean, we'll run. Oh no, it's a little
Can you
tougher.
try
to run
the
through.
That Browns
intro
pick
again?
is crazy,
So-
but
Chance to work.
Must have been leading off the.
Shit. Well,
That'd have been.
I know he's
Hopefully, our segment. Did you say Frank Summers?
yeah,
Earlier?
first jersey, dude.
That's absolutely so badass.
How
I-
awesome would that be?
that would be pretty badass.
Or Mike Tolbert.
Mike.
I saw a
Tolbert.
video of some Mike Tolbert highlights. There was a tweet that was like, "Fuck it, Mike Tolbert highlights."
Dude, Mike Tolbert and
You know what
Buffalo,
I
dude.
thought? I thought he progressively got fatter over school. He was always fat. I didn't know.
yeah.
that. He was always just so overweight. But he's
I mean-
like Jerome Bettis. He's
Dude, don't get like
The boss.
if you put Jerome.
Yeah.
What am I saying? If you put Frank Summers in this room right now, I probably wouldn't recognize him anyways. If I'm being honest.
Oh, I
with you,
would.
but- See,
Dude, Frank Summers.
I wouldn't.
yeah.
I love that you just
Do
pointed
you
that
know
out.
how much I ran fullback dive on like Madden
With
11?
Frank Summers.
Frank Summers.
Actually, I think I told you this,
I
but
love that, dude. That's so badass.
I told you. I told you. I know I told you
Or
about how my
Boobie
girlfriend. She's a cart girl at golf course, and she had Lee Evans like buy a drink from her or something. I thought that was sick. Lee Evans.
I
That's
think
pretty
that's a
sick.
good topic.
Yo,
What's
wait.
like the most like you know?
Wait.
You
Time-
forgot about him, but an awesome bill.
Can-
That's a good topic. What?
Has
Actually, that
this,
is a.
This is kind of a little bit off topic. I had this conversation at the end of work with Adam Alt. He told me that when he was in Florida, one of the last cars he sold before he moved back up here or whatever,
Oh, I know this story.
sold to Joe Namath.
Jeez.
Really?
Joe
You didn't
Namath.
know that?
No, I never
Yeah.
heard that story. That's pretty cool. Though.
That's awesome.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it, dude. I just
That's
I
an awesome
I hadn't
story.
I wanted to tell you before we left work, but
I'm
I mean I
pretty
don't know
sure.
what Joe
I
Elliott was
don't know.
last
I
year.
could be speaking out of my ass here, but I'm pretty sure he said that like he somehow had to get in touch with like either his accountant or somebody who was there with him, and they were like, "This is such a terrible decision. I don't know why he's buying this car."
Seriously?
And Joe Namath was like, "Broadway Joe."
That's
want
what it
this
is.
car.
I think I've told you too. My buddy did a roof inspection for Cole Beasley when he was still in town, and he said he was out at like 7 in the morning just sitting on his
It's kind of
porch.
tough to follow up Joe Namath with Cole.
It
Beasley,
is, but it's a Bills podcast.
no, that is true.
Yeah.
But still,
All right.
It's just a cool thing. I don't
Yeah.
know, just trying to
So-
chime in.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is kind of cool.
Thank
I've
you for
heard that
sharing,
story.
Jack.
Yeah,
sorry.
Thank you
guys,
for
I didn't mean
sharing.
to dump on
But
you.
it is a little.
That
It
came
is a
out way
little.
too negative.
It is a little egregious to follow that up with a Joe Namath story with Cole Beasley.
copies
I will
everything,
agree.
everyone.
He does
I
copy
will agree.
everything. Chris, the door's right there.
Travis did say it when you got up to do the board. Just saying.
It was a running joke.
Nah. So, let's just jump into the Bills Giants a little bit more. obviously, tough loss last week. The Giants, they're coming off of they
Barkley will be back.
Yeah, that I didn't.
I did hear about that.
I didn't know this morning waking up when we were talking about
They
it.
said that he was probably gonna play last week, and they decided like last minute. He was game time, so he's playing.
He'll be playing this week.
And
That is quite literally their whole offense.
Now,
that gets me a little nervous because Barkley's so good.
Well, then you gotta think.
But their O line is atrocious.
Yeah, and then
To
you
be
got
honest,
your.
we give up rushing yards against anyone, though.
True.
To be fair.
well, they shut down Josh Jacobs. They shut him down
We
single-handedly.
let Damian Harris take a ball 90 yards to the house when he was on the Patriots. That's how bad our run defense is. It's Damian Harris.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is I don't mind being that bad at run defense if we're that good at pass defense.
Well, the good news is we know.
You know what I mean?
The
It's
good
the same
news
thing
is
The way our
offensively,
defense is
too.
built, we're never going to be good stopping the run.
No,
Sorry to cut you off.
the good news is the wide receivers this week. They're a bunch of 3 and 4th
Yeah.
Yeah.
wide
Yeah.
receivers. That's the good news.
So you would hope that maybe we play a little bit more
little bit better.
run scheme.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's not a game that I'm worried about, but it's a game I could still see us playing a little
Like
better.
a
you know
like
what I
sort of
mean?
like a trap game.
If we
It's
somehow
kind of like a
if
trap
we somehow
game, but I
walk out of
think-
this game 3-3, I will be fucking miserable at
If
work.
Tyrod plays, he's got a pretty good deep ball though.
I love his deep
I
ball.
like his deep ball.
Love
just a
his
touch
deep
more
ball.
than Daniel Jones' deep ball. I will say
Yeah.
that. I will say that.
It's just
He's
like
got an arm
Who's
on him.
more of a
Yeah.
running threat?
Ooh.
what?
Who's
Well,
more
when
of a
Daniel
running
Jones
threat?
isn't tripping over his
Daniel
own feet,
Jones or Tyrod Taylor?
Oh,
I think at this point in
I
their
think
careers,
it's Daniel Jones.
I think, yeah.
Because he's sneaky about it. That's the reason why. You know what I mean?
He was kind of like Josh Allen when we first found out he could run. Like, no one really knew.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
He just
Coming out of
looks
college.
so unathletic too when he's running.
Well, everyone's seen the clip of him in the 40-yard
Yeah.
dash where he's like running like,
hey, dude, that's my fucking quarterback. I love it.
yeah.
I love it. no. So the one thing I wanted to, just in case Tyrod plays, I just want to go around the table real quick, and I'm sure there's probably one moment that might overshadow Tyrod's time in Buffalo over anything else, and that's probably making the playoffs. But I would like to maybe throw that out of the picture and say, like, out of Tyrod's 4 seasons he played here,
Yeah.
I just want to know, like, what's your guys' favorite memories of Tyrod Taylor as QB1? I mean, dude,
You're gonna have to let me think about it. So
I'll
if you,
go back to you.
yeah. Come
So
back
I have kind of like a little story of like when I went to St. John Fisher for the first training camp practice I ever
Yeah.
went to a couple years ago, and didn't really know how I didn't understand how the whole thing worked. Like I as far as like autograph signing and stuff like that, and it was just very cool that like practice was over. Probably he stood out, signed everybody's autographs for like an hour and a half.
Dude,
I was younger.
I love players.
I was
that,
like
dude.
14.
really do.
I was like
Yeah.
14 at the time, so like.
And then you got security guards like, come on,
Made your whole
no.
day.
Dude, it made not only did it make my whole day, but like he was going down the line and somebody had a football card of like one of his touchdown runs. I think it was against the Jets the year before, and it was the football card, and you could see like he was like when he was running with it, he was like reaching for the pylon, and he like said he was like, oh, he looked at the kid, he was like, do you know what game that's from? You couldn't see any jerseys, nobody had an answer. And I was just like, oh, it's from the Jets game, and he was like, he looked at me, he was like, that's pretty badass. And I was like, I love Tyrod Taylor. And then he goes and gets us into the playoffs. So, like, when I tell you I kind of hope Tyrod plays because, I want to watch him play again. Like, I'm not going to be excited if he scores, but that was my guy. That was kind of my guy. All of us younger Bills fan. Yeah.
I have an unorthodox answer to this question.
Okay.
But I was never a big Tyrod guy until Nate Peterman came in and ruined it. And then after that, I was like looking back, and I was like, we could have it way worse than Tyrod Taylor. And then after that moment, I really started liking him. You know what I mean? After you see the worst case scenario, and you're like, oh well,
Like,
yeah,
we really don't got it that
Yeah.
bad.
You don't really know what you got until it's gone. Type.
exactly.
So your favorite moment of Tyrod Taylor was
Nate Peterman's
Nate
4-interception
Peterman
game.
falling on his face.
Well, dude, to be honest with you, I can't remember too much. It's not like he was.
That was
Funny
T-Mobile.
story about
Yeah.
the Peterman game. I was on my way back from Florida. I was on a plane, and I'm like, oh man, those Chargers hope we win today. Get off, and you just look at the box score, and it's Peterman.
Shit, what happened, man?
I'm like, oh my god, what did I miss?
Not much.
Bad.
I was grounded that game, just so everybody knows.
That kind of reminds me of the
Grounded?
Billy G laid down the hammer that week. That last like stretch of the season. I was failing some.
grades were bad.
I was failing some classes, and my
Come
dad.
on, you guys haven't heard this story yet?
No, dude. Of course I didn't, because they've only known me in my
That's true.
adult life. But like, bro,
That's
I
true.
was failing some classes and nothing was working. My dad tried taking the phone away, tried taking the PlayStation away, tried taking away hanging out with friends. He knew the one thing that could really hit home was taking away those Bills games, and sure as shit, he took away like from Kansas City Bills Chiefs, where Tre'Davious White got the game-winning interception on Alex Smith. He took from that game. Like, I didn't watch that game. I had to watch it on my phone downstairs, like super like I hit it, all the way to the Bills Jaguars playoff game. So
You were able to watch the playoff game though.
he was like, I can't as is just knowing how much football means to you. I cannot let you miss this game. That was the first game I watched, and of course it was 10-3, and I was fucking miserable. And
I was gonna say, what a game to come back.
I was so excited. I was so excited, dude.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I didn't even get to watch the Nate Peterman game. I had to watch the highlights. I'm happy as shit that I had to watch the highlights and not watch the game.
it was a tough one.
The worst part is I'm downstairs. I can hear my dad screaming the whole entire time upstairs. So I knew what was kind of going down. I wasn't like
So this
blind.
is a little bit off topic, but that's why I hate watching games at my mom's house, because my dad always watches games in the living room, and I watch the games in the family room just because it has the bigger TV. But his TV, because we stream the family room and the living room, it's cable, and his TV's always like 5 seconds ahead of the streaming. So he's so obnoxious. He'll just scream like any touch. I already know what's gonna happen. I end up with leaving.
We were streaming this Sunday, and like people were getting texts who were like ahead of us. And he's like, "There's always that one guy. If you're in like a big group of people, it's like, oh, ETN, big rush here," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
We got probably a guy like that, like in our group. Like, he's right. Like, you got that one guy that like, dude, I get pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm right.
He
there
makes
with
us
you.
mute our notifications.
I will
he does?
if you get on your phone and you tell me something happens in a Bills game before I see
Yeah.
it, I'm like, turn the fucking phone off.
I get so pissed.
Turn the phone off. I don't want to know until I see it. Like,
It's when your phone goes like this.
yeah, that's when I want the phone. I want the phone turned upside down. I don't want to know what happens until I see it on the TV.
I don't mind that though.
Yeah, no, that's
I would
that's
agree
for
with
the
that.
love. That's for the love of the game type.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's a
not bad.
gritty.
That is.
That's
that,
a gritty
yeah.
watcher
Yeah.
of
It's not bad.
football.
Like, I went on. So, first off, we didn't even talk about this.
Favorite Tyrod moment, the first Colts game when Percy Harvin caught that massive
My
touchdown.
God, that was so, dude. And then like we had, dude.
Sorry,
That's we just
Yeah,
got.
I was gonna say. I
Dude,
forgot
no,
we
that
were
was
even
dude.
talking about it.
That was Shady's first game. That was, dude. That offense was completely different. Like, that was where we had Tyrod, we had Percy Harvin, we had Charles Clay, we had Shady, dude. Like,
Did Tyrod start that game though? No, he didn't.
no, he did not.
You want to know who started that game? He took one.
Wait a
snap
second,
under
dude.
center.
I was gonna say he took, and Tyrod, wasn't he playing like out wide?
Yeah, I think so. Actually.
Who was, dude? Who the fuck was it, dude? EJ Manuel.
No, Bill's legend.
Who's that man?
Who's that man?
Huh.
Bill's legend.
Wasn't
Matt
EJ.
Castle.
Matt Castle started
Started
that
game.
year.
I think
2015.
Tyrod didn't get credited with the win for that. I don't even remember. I think we did win that game.
Oh, win's
We
not
did.
even a football stat though. Like,
That's
You mean it's not
no,
a
I'm saying
quarterback
it's
stat?
not like a
That's a
pitcher. It's
QB.
not like a pitcher in MLB. Is what I'm saying.
That's a QB stat though.
No, it is, but you know what I mean. Like, oh, the win didn't get credited.
I would say even.
Oh, I
a
just
win for
forgot
a
I was
pitcher
gonna get
isn't
into it,
really
man.
a pitcher stat almost.
Fuck. I forgot what I was
Sometimes
about to say.
It's a what?
It can be and it can't be.
Overrated. Is that what you said?
Wins for a baseball pitcher.
Yo, I remember where I was gonna get into it before that. Like, I don't know if you guys are watching that on NFL Network or if you're watching it on Fox. But did you guys, if you were watching it on cable, hear that like the first quarter of the game was like you had like the English announcer and then you had the Spanish announcer over the English announcer, and there was just so much fucking shit going on.
I got lucky. I was getting down with some bottomless mimosas, and they
So-
had like the English broadcast going on. So
Yeah, we
well, I
were in
shouldn't
my
say
basement
lucky.
getting pissed
I
off.
left at halftime. I was so
getting
miserable.
down
I
with
had to
some
get home for the.
bottomless
I had to get home
mimosas.
for the Arsenal game.
Yeah, I just want that to be known. That pissed me off. So
You're still on this.
Yeah, I know. We're not even like shitting on him for it or anything. He's just bringing it up.
so
It's
you
like
got
you want us to.
He's asking.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
you.
Where's Arsenal
You
from?
London.
I
They're actually Tottenham's biggest.
Yeah,
rival,
yeah,
believe it or
Arsenal.
not. That's why I was telling. Actually,
Wish
I
I knew
watched
what
the
that
game
meant.
with a buddy who's also big into soccer, and I was telling him before the game how it was going to be bad luck that we were playing at Tottenham.
Well, all right, yeah, I just had that absolutely fucking pissed me off this past week when I couldn't hear shit, and so I had to go to the NFL Network.
I didn't even
one.
see it. Luckily, I think I was inside getting some grub before we were watching outside.
There you go. So they ended up switching it back, and it ended up being a little bit better. I think it's a good time to jump into the Who's That Man segment, and hopefully we got the clip.
I don't know
Hopefully we got the clip.
if you caught it, but I tried to allude to that a couple minutes ago because I knew it was
I
coming
caught
up.
it.
Thank you.
But
Who's
he was
that
on his little rant.
All right. This is a different week of Who's That Man. It was on the TV. I don't know if you guys peeped it. It was up there.
Run it back. 3, 2, 1.
Who's the man?
It's a quick one. All right.
So who's the man? Oh, okay.
Who's
I
the
thought
man?
who's
Oh.
that man?
Nah.
There goes that. It's because you're definitely thinking about Mama. There goes
No.
that man.
No, this is normally where me and Travis would just go 1v1 here, but I think it's kind of fun if we do a little 2v2. You two are on a team, me and Ben are on a team.
Yeah, we talked.
Travis and I both have a player picked, and we have 5
Can you tell me
kind
the
of
player?
facts.
Who's
He's
the-
going to show you.
This
Ben,
is the
I'm going to
player-
show you. And
This is the player that Chris has to guess.
Oh, that's
you know why I find that funny?
You think he'll guess it?
So this will be our 5 facts. Try to make it a little bit easy, but nothing too crazy. I think that's what I guess. Number 5.
like no chance at all.
I'm trying to go interesting facts too, but like I feel like
I hope
he
it
can,
gets to 5.
I feel like he'll know it by the time third guess hits.
That's.
You're going against probably. This will probably be the most elite team that we ever have on the Who's the Man segment where we do a 2v2. This is probably going to be the most elite team.
Yeah, no. This is a tough guess.
I think if the I'm going to be honest
I think
with you.
ours is a pretty tough guess.
I don't
maybe.
think ours is going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy. Maybe you got a shot at it. I think it's going to be iffy with you, Travis. I really do.
Who wants to go first?
So it kind of sucks 'cause I would say the loser goes first, but we've both been 2 for 2 so far.
I'll go
Who won
first.
last week?
So we've both gotten we
okay.
both guessed.
Got
So we're
it.
2 for 2. We got it
Sweet.
down there. 2 for 2.
We'll go first.
You
Alright, here we
guys
go.
should start keeping track of like you should do extra points if maybe you want to guess sooner, earlier on.
And
or something,
yeah,
we
you know what
have
I mean?
we actually and the way this game was like the way it came about was he has an actual card game where it's right there. Who's the man?
Right there.
Oh,
and
I've
we
seen
could-
I've
Oh, I
seen
have
that.
Yeah,
one of
we-
those in my.
was
yeah.
say,
I've
we
seen
could-
that hidden under someone's coffee.
I would say we could pick a player out of that and then play it like that. But the thing is like
No, this is.
I think it's a little bit cooler for us to go out of our way and try to find someone
More
with a little bit
interesting
more research
facts.
and try to figure something
Those
out,
cards
so.
are just like where'd they go to college? What position did they play?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
What year did they play from? Stuff like that. So
Alright.
we'll go first.
yeah, kick us off.
Want to take turns reading them? Or are we going?
Yeah, you want to read the first one?
Yeah, let's be a team sport.
Jack
Alright.
just needs to take over here, dude.
Right.
Looks like
I
it.
just want to be involved, dude. Look at it. I know. Our player played 3 seasons of lacrosse at Penn State.
Chris Hogan.
Chris Hogan.
Was I dumb to not?
I thought it was a pretty interesting fact.
Chris
was I
Hogan.
allowed to just
That's
throw it
fine.
out like that?
That's fine.
You're
Because
good.
guess what?
Okay.
You knew it, and then I knew it right away. It's
Yeah.
Chris Hogan.
Can we at least hear the rest of the facts?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Am I dumb for saying that was a tough one? Am I?
Dude, the
I
lacrosse.
feel like every
got me,
game, like every Chris
was
Hogan
mentioned.
catch,
It was
it
mentioned.
was like former lacrosse player
That's
at Penn
true.
State.
It was mentioned.
Well,
I just thought it was an
Yeah.
interesting fact.
Yeah.
That's what it
Anyways,
is, dude.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Okay, so
knew
I
that.
think that
forget
point goes to
we'll-
Ben,
we'll
though, not
scratch that
Chris.
for- I want to know your opinion on if you would have gotten these next ones.
Okay.
So,
So-
undrafted in 2011, first roster spot in 2012 with the Bills.
Wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, that would have.
Okay.
That would have.
So I should lead off with
That
the
should have
3.
been like
Yeah.
5. Because
yeah.
I feel like everybody knows that, especially
true.
with the fact that we always saw him at least twice a year after because he went to the Pats.
So that's the next
and
one.
we were watching him in the playoffs.
That's-
here.
Maybe I
That's
should have
actually
like
the next fact.
maybe I
Yeah.
should have
He
reordered those
played
guesses.
4 seasons with the Bills, and after that, he signed a 3-year contract with
I
the
would've
division.
gotten
I think we would have gotten
Yeah,
it there.
I would have
Yeah.
probably gotten it right.
2 Super Bowl
'Cause we
rings, so
would-
then you kind of know what team he played for. It'd be the
Yeah.
Patriots, and then he also played in
Yeah.
PLL. I forget what it
I
stands
think
for,
that
but
should have
the
just been your
lacrosse.
5th.
It should have been.
You,
Yeah.
Do you want to roll this the same way they just did this?
That's fine. No,
Hey,
no, Chris,
I thought it was
you
good.
read
I thought it
off.
was good guesses.
It's
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
facts, though. Yeah, it's cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right, so here's our player. Our player played 2 seasons for the Bills.
See, this is how I should have started off.
I started off the same way every week.
You know what? I wasn't
Who
thinking.
could
though.
it
I would
be?
have told you. That's on me for
Who
not
could
getting
that be?
Yeah.
Played
That would
2
be pretty impressive if you got it right
two
there.
seasons for the Bills.
It's but you gotta have you gotta realize you gotta have a strategy to this if you want to win.
Is
you
there
gotta
is
put
there
the
a
facts
limit for
together.
how old this player can be? By the way, like is this just
No,
like,
so I mean, we try to keep it relatively recent.
Like players we would. Okay.
I'm gonna hit it with that one right there. Or do you want to say it?
No, you're good.
Should
Okay.
we be taking notes?
Drafted by the 49ers in 2010.
I don't think they'll get that.
I don't think you're good.
Drafted by the 49ers in 2010, he played 2 seasons with the Bills.
I feel like you should have given the round of the draft, but that's fine.
6th round.
Wow, how did you know that?
When I was looking it up.
6th round of the
I'll triple check.
2010 draft,
2010.
49ers, 2 seasons with the Bills.
I'll verify real quick.
Are we allowed to know when he played for the Bills, or is that not?
That's probably in the
Coming up.
upcoming guesses.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can definitely say when, but I'm not gonna say it right here.
No. I don't know the rules.
Let me know when you want number 3.
Percy Harvin didn't get drafted by the 49ers, did he?
No.
I was
Minnesota.
about to say he's a Viking first.
I don't think you're gonna get it by number 3 either.
Go ahead.
Because I always do this. I always throw the college. Went to Mississippi State.
Oh. Such a random college.
It is such a random
Dak
college.
Prescott.
What'd you say?
It's a Dak Prescott.
Let
That's about all I know.
me know when you want number 4.
2 seasons with the Bills, 2010, with the 49ers, Mississippi State.
Dude, to be honest with you, I don't have any
I don't have
any
anybody
idea
there.
at all.
Right?
I'm not gonna say it though. 'Cause I'm not in.
I have a feeling you probably will get this. I'll just be cool and
Go
give
ahead.
you guys a little bit of a better hint. This guy played for the Bills. I want to verify the years real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
I'm horrible with this game.
Background music or something while-
You're 2 for 2.
I am 2 for 2, but it was like the first week we did this, it was
Can't appear to find.
Definitely unfair teams.
Uh,
I
this-
could have told you I would have been bad at this game before we started.
I am bad at this
So-
game.
And then you just put probably the 2.
And I could have told you these 2 would have been good before we started.
I was- So you-
Sometimes Jack,
Yeah.
sometimes.
All right, dude. From 2014, he played in the 2014 season and the 2015 season with the Bills. So he was here.
Jeez.
He was here that year that
God,
so
how
that
was
EJ
I?
started the first couple
I
of
feel
games.
like
and
those years, though, were such a clusterfuck.
they were the
Yeah.
only decent year out of those years, I believe, was that 14 year where Kyle Orton was like, oh my God, will the Bills make the playoffs this year just with Kyle Orton coming in? Like,
I loved the Kyle Orton year.
it was kind of
I
weird,
love
dude.
it.
It was like it's
Was
kind
that
of like
before or after?
We're
So
at,
that-
we're at 4.
so
No, that
we're
was
on
3
3.
and a half.
I have
That
the
was 3 and a
4th.
half, yeah.
Go to the
That was
4th.
3.5.
Go to the 4th.
By the way, just wanted to be known. Last week when he got his point, I don't know if Tank remembers this. I did have to give Travis a 6th fact to push it over
So
the edge.
lost.
So technically speaking, he did lose, but I won't count that.
No.
No,
I just can't wait till he eats these suicide wings.
This is fact number 4. This is gonna help out a little bit. He recorded 11 rushing touchdowns in his career.
In his career.
Could be a
In
receiver.
his career.
Could be a receiver.
I feel like
11
This is
rushing.
number
11 rushing
It
touchdowns.
can't be.
11 rushing what?
11 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, rushing
I
touchdowns.
feel like they're not gonna. That's
Boobie
tough
Dixon.
to-
It is Anthony Boobie Dixon.
Wow.
It is Anthony Boobie
Nice.
Dixon.
Hell yeah.
Because
That's a great
fact
guess.
number 5 was nickname might just be my favorite thing.
Oh, okay. That's where I would have guessed it. That's where I would have guessed it. But
When he said 11
That-
rushing touchdowns, and then earlier you said it's gonna be a funny one. Yeah, I could
So
put that
I
together.
was
He's a little
either
bigger
thinking-
guy. 11 rushing touchdowns. It makes sense.
so my thought process on it was he either had to
like
be
you
like a
could've-
sick receiver that you like receivers that are getting rushing touchdowns, or like a bad running back, or just a quarterback. So I was
I
like,
feel like you could have went like anywhere though.
well, yeah, that was actually like that was a very good.
I was
guess, but
thinking-
number 5 gave it away for sure. I would have easily
like
guessed
you
it.
could have said like Mike Gillisley maybe, or
I know,
he's
dude,
a
that-
little later on, but still.
That was a good one. Can we
That's a
do a
good
different one
guess.
besides Chris Hogan? I feel like that was.
You could pull
No,
one.
I
You
think
could
Chris
go ahead.
You want to pull him from the
Go ahead
Can
and
I
pull
pull
one
one
from the
real quick?
card.
Just pull one real
See
quick.
see if
First one from the box.
see if me and Benny can go 2-0 tonight.
No, the box ones are actually super hard sometimes.
Because they're not just players.
Yeah.
Well, I know,
sometimes.
and it's gonna be like
All right, how did the points work?
Jesus.
All right. Oh, this is tough.
I don't care about the points.
I don't think you guys are.
I don't even know who this player is.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't
Find
like.
somebody that we
That's
know.
that's why I don't like the box.
Do you guys know who Mike Malarkey is?
I wouldn't have guessed it.
Wasn't he a coach?
Well,
Was he a
okay,
coach?
Here's one. Here's one that you guys will know.
Okay, let's do it, Benny. Come on.
Okay. A letterman in football, basketball, and track at South Fort Myers High School in Florida. I might not have been close enough to
Now
know.
my first thing when I hear track, like my mind goes to like somebody that's probably kind of fast.
My mind goes Sammy Watkins, but
You know what's crazy?
you
You know what's crazy?
I couldn't keep the.
You know what's
smile,
crazy?
yeah,
And I was just
Sammy
actually-
Watkins, man.
I was wow.
Yeah, that's.
What is this dude?
Wow.
Can I do one more? Because I'm
Do it.
really
The
getting
only
frustrated.
reason why is that when I was on vacation in Florida one year and I went past Sammy Watkins Field in South Florida. His
fucking
high
love it,
school
dude.
renamed the field after him.
The next one's gonna be Reed Ferguson. He's like, the only reason why I know this.
That one's way too easy. Trey White just popped up.
Oh, hey.
All right, I'm just trying to get. Okay, this one's cool. And this has got to be the last one. We got to end on this one for at least for the second one. But 4-star recruit that played football at Tennessee before transferring to Pitt. I'm gonna leave out the year. Just cause.
Leave out the year. Okay.
That's
4-star
that's
recruit that. Sorry, can you repeat that?
He started at Tennessee and then he transferred to Pitt.
That's a good one.
This might be the first one that I don't know if we get it on the first guess.
Well, I mean,
You'll definitely get it sooner or later.
Yeah,
Shady,
I mean you're.
Shady played
All
just
of
at
Penn
Pitt.
State. Yeah, I'm at Pitt. Played there the whole entire time. And because as soon as I heard that, that's where my head was. But I was like, he didn't play at
Can you
Tennessee.
think of any Pitt guys? I don't think so.
Pitt guys that
Let
played
me know
for
when
the
you're ready
Bills.
for the second one.
Okay.
It sucks because I want to just get it on the first.
I
try,
don't
but
want you to.
that's
So
too
that's
good.
throwing for 308 and
Oh, Nate
5
Peterman.
touch. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay.
As soon as you knew the position, I think
Yeah,
you knew
well,
that. Yeah. It's one of
We are
those.
not allowed to run who's that player when he's on the podcast anymore.
Dude,
Sounds like Ben's the man.
it kind of, that's what I'm saying. Who's the man? Ben's the
I
man.
know my Bills, man.
Hey man, that's pretty impressive. I couldn't have drawn that up any better. Ben, thank you for helping me get to 3-3. Travis,
That took me a
it
while.
took you a while, but you're there. You're there. And yeah, that was fair.
Doesn't
to
matter
start.
how you get the win.
It's just you just gotta get it. You just gotta.
At least it didn't take me 6 tries this week. Took me 4.
No.
There you go.
It's improvement.
I would say though,
Yes.
if it's like end of the year and you guys are tied, it's got to be on the last one.
Whoever
it
gets
quick.
first.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the questions should probably be vetted by Tank over here because like you got
I like
to
that.
fair.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Brings me just to my last thing that I kind of wanted to chop it up about before we end it. I just want to know what's your guys' game day routine? Like what's
Well,
what's your
home
game
or
day
away
routine?
game.
That's a good question.
give me
I'm
home
a season
first.
ticket holder too, so
Yeah, give me home first, and then I want to know what an away
Okay.
game looks for a guy like
home
Benny
games
Mass.
so far this year, because obviously reduced parking and stuff like that. Usually we would get there around 7:15, 7:30. Now we get there around 6:45, 7. So we meet at 6:30, and then at the grass lot all morning, hanging with the boys, you know,
Yeah, I love it. Dude.
and then walking in probably around noon to 12:15. It's gotten progressively later through the years. I don't know why, but like
Just have more fun.
You do.
yeah.
Yeah, more fun.
Yeah.
Well, the
You do.
better we are as a team, the more fun
Yep.
you have.
Yeah, it's always kind of turned into like it used to be like oh it's going to the game. Now it's like I'm gonna finish this last beer. And then,
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Did you realize that was kind of like the latest we got into the game last week?
Last week, yeah.
yeah.
Right around
Because
12:30.
we're always trying to like get close to the tunnel so we can see up close what the players are doing before game. And now there's been 2 home games so far.
2-0.
Last 2,
I don't-
the whole bottom bowl is filled by the time we get in.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude. They're
We can't even get down
And then
there.
away games or something like that, somewhere cozy. I just like watching the games on the couch, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely an at-home guy over a bar guy, for sure.
Yeah. For
For sure.
football, Scott Hansen's on the other channel. You already know that.
It's also weather dependent though. Like my routine
Yeah.
changes from weeks 1 through 4. Then weeks
Jackson
2
many
through-
places depending on the Sunday.
well. Let's be honest. if it's not foggy outside before the game, he's golfing.
Well, actually, there was
He's
a
got-
fog delay.
Yep.
a couple
He's got the girlfriend now,
Yeah.
so
The
like
Yeah,
there's
it might
different. This
change.
is
I
a
might have
different
a
year.
different
He's
routine.
washing
This is
the
a different
dishes
year.
with the girlfriend's
Exactly.
mom. And
Exactly.
We didn't need to get into that.
It's
Well, no,
it's
that's
it's
fine.
different.
That's fine. That's it's not a bad thing.
It's a good thing. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah, it's not a
You-
bad
I'll be
thing,
a
Jack.
gentleman, guys.
Yeah.
You're a gentleman, man.
Yep.
Gentleman.
You know, the one thing I will say about my routines is that, like, I do consider myself superstitious. So once I find that routine, I will stick to it the rest
Like
of the
Sidney Crosby, superstitious or no?
season. It depends. It'll be like I'll eat the same thing every morning at the very,
Yeah.
like even for work, like every
You could
Thursday.
do it, Jack. You could do it, Jack.
Every Thursday, I DoorDash the same breakfast food at the same time. I actually set an alarm, DoorDash it, set an alarm to go
What-
back to sleep for 15
what are your-
minutes.
Don't tell me
What
it's
are
like 9:02.
What do
No,
your Thursdays look like, man? Like have those been statistically some of your better selling days out of the week? Is that why you do that?
It just might be.
I've never
Because you know what? I get
You don't want to run.
I'm a
into
big
Thursday,
egg
Jack.
guy.
That's-
in the morning.
You
Am
don't
I-
want to run into Thursday, Jack.
It's a different guy on Thursdays. It's a different
It's
guy.
not. Oh,
But
wow.
I get I'm a big egg guy in the morning, and I get an omelet. It's called Olympic.
Oh
it's
yeah,
right on Sheridan
Greek,
Drive.
The Greek restaurant.
Love it, dude.
Yeah.
I
I
love it.
wish. Oh, where is it?
It's shared in the military.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're at.
Yeah,
Yep.
the Royals are across there. Two competing restaurants
Oh,
going
whoa.
on there, but
Big deal.
it's a huge.
This
deal.
podcast loves competition.
I am very jealous. I wish I could make a better scrambled egg. I like cooking and grilling. I can't make scrambled eggs
Oh,
to save
dude,
my life.
I
Not
take
good
pride.
ones.
I take pride in my scrambled eggs, and I can also give you a little over easy.
My girlfriend's
Nice,
dad makes
dude.
like a mean scrambled egg. My mom's a health nut, so she never puts any like good additives or something like that. He puts
Dude,
like
I
it's
don't
the
either.
cheesy eggs with like a Sunday morning hangover, and I'm like, where has this been my
See,
whole
you know
life?
what's crazy is that I don't make my scrambled eggs with cheese at all.
I don't think that's crazy.
I
went-
don't. I
went
don't
my
add
whole-
anything.
I went
in
my
there.
whole life up until I met my girlfriend's dad when he made them without doing that. So
Really?
I don't think that's crazy.
You know, my roommate makes them.
I
He
do do
throws
it now, though, if
spinach
I
in
make
there on the pan.
My mom does that too.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but
Yeah.
why are we even talking about?
No, this is good.
it?
Dude. This
He-
is what a
he gets,
podcast
like,
is,
the-
though, man.
I hate when the stem. I don't like the stem. I don't mind the leaf. Dude, that's just getting into the. I hate different textures.
He's just nitpicking.
Like,
Yes,
I mean,
well, a little weird thing
Don't give
about
me the stem.
So,
I love the leaf, though.
Yeah,
So I
Big
used
leaf
to
guy.
be, and this is, I don't know if this is on topic for you guys, but it's on topic for me because I hate different textures in my mouth. So.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa! I feel like wait,
Hold on.
time out. I feel like
No,
what
no,
happened to
no,
me the other day on
no,
the podcast.
no,
I feel like
No.
It was
the
a
crown
good
goes
run.
to him now.
No,
For the
okay,
sus
listen,
moment.
but the point I was making, so I like,
was a good
I
run.
used to
Thanks-
love
Chris,
pancakes,
thanks for having
I
me.
and
forgot
I would
the first
hate,
one.
and I would hate waffles. I liked pancakes and hated waffles for the longest time because I didn't like the difference.
See how defensive he's getting?
I
Not
know,
even
dude.
saying anything.
Because I'm upset.
You just got crowned the most sus
I love
moment on
it.
the BillsAholic
Usually
pod.
like to get something going, to get Jack going.
Hopefully I
joking
keep
around
that
with him.
record. though,
You for a while
You
might.
just tilted
That was
yourself
good.
up
For a
there.
while, yeah.
Dude, because it's after it. I was about to say something worse. after I said it, I knew it right
You
away.
haven't even had anything to drink or anything. This was just all natural, sober Jack right here.
I fucking love it, dude.
I'm not an alcoholic.
No, but I'm just saying.
Was I
usually
gonna bring a beer
you're
here?
co-
Yeah.
And you were more than welcome to. Next time we have you
I
on,
was thinking
we
about
can
bringing
certainly have.
Captain.
Are we
Chip.
getting invited
Dude.
again? Is that what I just heard?
I think the way this episode has gone, I think you guys have definitely secured.
been great.
You guys have locked up.
a B bag?
I'll be back. We're
Can
doing
we,
a be back visit
I
here.
would like to request nothing against you. My knowledge on who's the man is horrible, so I would like.
I'm with
think
you.
me and Ben
I'm with
could
you.
get a team up.
That makes it
Yeah,
probably
you,
a little
yeah,
bit.
you
I'm
guys
with
are the
you.
hosts.
I'm
Thanks
with
for
you.
having us.
Hey,
I
man.
actually had a blast. This started out as like a work joke, and then escalated a little more when I started commenting and doing some comments last week.
Yeah,
Good
see,
call.
I wish I
And,
could have
you
been
know,
a part
like,
of that.
It did. I was like, Chris, you know,
Yeah.
it's hard to explain the humor if you're not around us. At work.
Right.
I was like, not gonna have me on your podcast.
Well, I can imagine his humor. It's not very good, but
Yeah.
We were asking for pay. We were asking
we keep
for a
things
cut.
low. Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't gonna come on here
Yeah.
for free. I did
yeah. We said, yeah.
for the first time.
Shout out to Jack. So if I do a be back visit, I gotta pay you.
Well, they got to pay us. Rent's due soon.
I don't know.
That's
man.
what I'm saying,
I
dude.
had a fun time hanging out.
I would say, man.
We're about 2 weeks away from rent.
It costs us money to.
Well,
hang
we
out.
did. I think we did make an informal agreement that if the viewings went up this week, that we would need.
It's
some
gotta be, dude. I've
compensation.
been sharing this thing like a mother. I mean,
Have you really?
No, I do feel bad though. I was on the phone with my one boy on my way here, and I told him, "Yo, I'm on a podcast right now. I'm gonna send you the link." And I didn't want to be on my phone. I forgot to send the link.
It's respect.
You can
it's
rewatch.
respect.
It's on YouTube though. So
It's
can
on YouTube.
rewatch.
It'll post right after this.
Yeah.
You could, in theory, go home and watch it, and it will be on there.
No, I just checked my family group chat. They probably all left after about 10 minutes. But
They're probably like,
they were watching. They were
Yeah, it's a view.
sending it in there.
it kind of
That counts as a view.
and it got, and I feel like shout out to them for watching. But I feel like it got better as it went on. Obviously, the first time it's rough when you get on the
I was a little
podcast.
nervous.
I don't think it was.
First time we had guests.
I'm not gonna say rough, but like it was like you could tell, like
That's
you
just how
know,
it is if you don't have like the camaraderie or the
exactly.
Yep.
Well,
it's tough for people.
it is, but it went pretty smooth. And like I said, I'm gonna click that B back. I'd love to run it back.
And also, before we get off, too, I just want to confirm that my Brown statement stands.
Oh,
That's not going anywhere.
I respect it. I respect it.
I just have no clue where that's coming from. Like, no.
Browns
I
by
thought-
13.
I thought it was gonna be.
Browns
By
he's even
13.
He even
He
said
just
by
said
13.
I'll give you a score.
What's the score?
Well,
Okay.
the problem was I was
You're
about to
so
say
confident in this.
27-13, so that doesn't
You're
work.
just trying to say something egregious. You lay a $10 bet on Browns -10 alternate spread. Do that.
Wow. Oh well.
Oh,
I'll
you're
do
not
that. No,
gonna do
I'll
it
do
now?
that. No, alternate spread. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'll be like plus 500.
Yeah. So $10.
$10,
do it.
yeah.
I'm not gonna be too rude. I would say 25.
No,
but
I would.
$10
I would
bets.
need.
What?
Better off bringing that money to
Yep. Yeah.
I'm an underdog guy, so I can't really make that bet. But if you'd like
The
to take
only
Just for now.
way the Browns win that game is like a last-second field goal to win by 1. I feel like that's the only way. And then
you're gonna eat your words, dude.
I
You're gonna
I
be
can't
so
believe-
really would be shocked if we do. Really would
What's
be
the time
shocked.
slots your game? Is it 4 or is it 1?
That game is that appears to be a 1 o'clock game.
It's a 1 o'clock game. Yeah.
So that is
Yeah, it's
right
a
now
1
1
o'clock game.
slate.
All right, man.
I feel like that's a pretty damn successful episode. Thank you for coming on, guys.
Thank
I
you.
mean,
Yeah,
that-
we
that's-
appreciate
it's
it.
Like
I had
you
a good
said,
time. I had a good
like you
time.
said, it started off as a joke, but I feel like that's one of our more successful episodes we've had. And shit, like I said, I think that's demanding for a be back, for sure, for
I'll be
sure.
back. I'll be back.
But
The
Travis,
same jacket.
fucking John loves that jacket.
All
If he's
right.
still here, I don't know if he is. If he is,
Nothing on underneath
the
next
the,
time, though.
the only thing, yeah, we just want that. We just want that
Just
that.
straight jack
Don't-
chest hair.
Okay. There
Dude, if John's still here, which he might be, there's a chance that's tough for my number one fan in the of our podcast. He's up there, bro. He watches these things. He
Friday.
texts me
Didn't see
him
that guy in
and
the comments last week when I
I
was
know.
I'm gonna give
He's
a
been in the
quick shout
comments
out to
before.
Did we get
Peretti
any
real quick.
comments today, Tank, or nobody?
Quick shout out to Peretti because you don't know him, but dude, we golfed. We did a scramble match against him. He literally putts like 1 foot out like this. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
He's the
What?
man though. That's my boy.
Yeah, no, that's.
That's my boy.
All right, we had a couple earlier from Zachary. Said go Jack. We got one from
Is that your brother?
No, it's my sister's boyfriend.
we got one from John. That boy Jack. Yes sir.
Holy
My
shit!
love, guys.
And McKenna. Poor Olivia if you eat those wings.
Who's McKenna?
That is John's girlfriend.
Oh, awesome.
So, and that's what I was just about to say. Shout out to McKenna because she texted me 20 minutes before the podcast and said, "Hey, Chris, when's that podcast going to be live? Can't wait to watch."
That's awesome.
That's nice.
That's kind of what you do this for.
And she does
Yeah.
that.
You know,
She does that
that's,
every.
That's what you try.
Her and John actually, I think, cut out time in their day at night because they
Appreciate you guys.
I would say they cut out time in their day. They do watch every single week. So that's why I'm going to say it's going to be tough. That's like family to me. Love those guys.
Can I
Love
steal
those guys.
M&M's before I get out
Dude, I think they're on the table for a reason.
of here? Dude,
Yo.
I've been staring them out. But you know what happened is after his mom texting about the phone, I got scared. What if I'm eating M&M's? And
Dude,
you know what
Dude,
I
I
mean?
was
Dude,
on
you
my
should have
phone,
you
I
should have
was
grabbed the Snickers
wailing
and been
on a
like, you're
Milky
not
Way.
yourself when you're hungry when you chose the Browns. That's what we should have did.
Oh, God, I hope. Is this still live?
This is still live.
Damn,
This
I
is still
was
live.
gonna do
Hey.
that next week and pretend no one ever said to do it.
Hey, man. Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Or whenever the beatback is.
All right, man. Well, all I gotta say is thank you for coming on, guys. It's
Much
been a-
appreciated.
It's been a
That
damn
was
good
fun.
episode. Hopefully the Bills bounce back this week. We got the
long
Sabres starting their
episode,
season
too.
off on Thursday. Hockey comes back tonight. Life's good.
Buffalo
Life's good.
sports is in
Buffalo
full form.
sports is in full
Yeah.
swing. We'll be
Sabres
couple.
play Saturday too, right?
Yeah.
So
So,
hopefully a one Buffalo weekend.
We'll be back.
Go
You know.
Yankees, too.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
And Arsenal, of course.
like I said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
BillsAholic Pod.
BillsAholic Pod.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. We'll see you in the next.